the news. What has Prince Charles said is the largest challenge facing the world today?
Is it narrow doorways and you get your ears caught?
It's climate change.
Yes, it's climate change rather than the narrow doorways. Yeah.
I thought it was ice buckets.
It's not ice buckets. No, are ice buckets the reason for climate change?
No, but they are one of the biggest challenges in...
They are. They are. Everyone has to do it at some stage.
Charles is worried, apparently, because we've only got another 30 years until climate change might be irreversible. And he's therefore worried that it might ruin his coronation.
This is Charles yesterday on the Royal Yacht, which is not quite as impressive as it used to be. Yeah.
Is this a summit in New York?
Yes, he's at in New York.
China and India have not turned up to the summit, and they're like the worst ones for climate change, which is ridiculous. It's like Oscar Pistorius not going to an Oscar Pistorius trial, isn't it? And he's got the biggest carbon footprint going. I like a bit of climate change, isn't it? It's like I was in the garden yesterday. It's September. It's lovely. It's October soon. Sitting in the garden still. No? Do you not have gardens?
That's weather. That's not climate.
Yeah, where does the weather come from? The climate. All I'm saying is, if it goes up a bit, you know, it's not that hot in Lewisham. It's nice to have a couple of extra degrees.
I'm glad you're having a nice day in the garden.
Thank you.
I'm sure there's a polar bear somewhere going, all right, this seems to be getting smaller, but at least Lewisham is having a nice day.
So, we've had a rough few years. And I'm not going to bump into him anyway, am I?
I would love that. Ding dong, and you open your door and there's a polar bear and they're going...
Well, to be fair, luckily, because
holding a tiny piece of ice under his arm.
To be fair...
My house!
Because of the narrow doorways, you won't even be able to get in anyway.
The United Nations, they're encouraging people to go vegetarian, aren't they? Because apparently one of the big problems with climate change is all these cows farting. So, yeah, either we've got to eat less meat or we need to give the cows a bit of Pepto-Bismol.
I don't understand that, because, like, if the cows farting is causing the problem, then surely eating them is the solution. I mean...
You think we're eating cows as a way of saving, you know, we should we've got to eat all the cows before they fart us into a climate change?
I mean, I'm speaking as a vegan, by the way, but there is a logical disconnect here, because, like, you know, you say that, you know, you don't want to have all these animals that are farting over, but there is this point we have to go. We'd have to just, what do we do? Just release them into the public?
On the unlikely thing that the rest of us who aren't vegans suddenly go, do you know what? No. Not going to that. No more meat. We all go, no more beef. There'll be a load of cattle farmers going, what am I supposed to do with this lot then? And you go, well, you just let them go. No. Let them go back into the wild where they belong.
Feed them to the polar bears.
Unlikely things to hear at the World Cup.
And here comes the Irish team.
Wow, that's cold. Sorry, that is... Wow. You're getting buzzed to fuck for the rest of it. Okay. Sorry, Hugh. You'd like to go in there? Yeah,
it's okay.
Absolutely.
That's
Hugh.
fine.
Here with the first answer is Hugh.
And here come the Irish team.
Hello, I'm really sorry we didn't get in this year.
And up in the stand, the Uruguayan women with their chant, Uruguay, and I'm a girl.
And Portugal have beaten Spain, and Saudi Arabia have beaten a woman for wearing shorts.
Jamie Vardy managed 4 shots in the first half, 3 sambucas and a Skittles vodka.
And that is a great shot from the Russian, but unfortunately the journalist has survived.
So it's Panama's first time at the tournament, but they have been doing FIFA's accounts.
And Sterling has taken a dive. That's it for financial news. Back to the football.
Well, it's official. England are out. And we can go back to identifying people with flags in their windows as racist.
Well, let's have a look at the Swedish bench. £12.99 from IKEA.
Oh, and that is a huge tackle. That has got to make it more difficult to rollerblade.
Brilliant goalkeeper, David De Gea. Midfield maestro, Mesut Ozil. Fast forward.
And he's nipped round the back and banged in an absolute screamer. This really is the best leaked sex tape in the history of football.
Well, we didn't think it was possible, but somehow Gareth Southgate has managed it. England eliminated before the group stage.
Well, at 2-1 down, Iran had to do something, so they brought on their secret weapon, a 14-megaton intercontinental ballistic missile.
If you've just tuned in to England versus Germany, what are you doing, mate? Love Island is on.
Well, it looks like semis for Croatia. I wish they had worn bigger shorts.
That's a shocking miss from Jesus. They are going to absolutely crucify him for that.
OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely lines from a superhero film.
Worry not, Procrastination Man is here. Where is everybody? What's with all the blood?
Catwoman, what did I tell you about not shitting in next door's garden?
I am Big Society Man. I could do it for you, but I'd much rather you did it yourself.
Prepare to meet a new breed of sex-change superhero in the X-Men.
Yes, I do believe a man can fly, but only if he's carrying under 100 mils.
I am Parking Review Man. Where's my check?
Wow, Iron Man, how did you get all the creases out?
Just call the police.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Well, if you don't know that, what the hell are you doing in air traffic control?
What use is a spider's web against me, Duster Man and Hoover Boy?
Hello, I'm Batman Begins.
I'm sexist, I'm racist, and I drive like an arsehole. I am White Van Man.
Should I do...
Yeah.
You're doing it. This is part of it.
Oh, shit. OK, the next topic is unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
And now, to upset children everywhere, it's Peppa Pig in pepper sauce.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Nigella will be back at the same time next week.
Up next, Ryan Giggs appears on Footballers' Wives.
Next up on Channel 4, live from Switzerland, it's Come Die With Me.
And now for a special episode of Planet Earth, where 6 chimpanzees will watch David Attenborough have sex.
And now is the time I have to be extremely careful, because the next programme is about Roald Dahl, genius behind Willy Wanker's Chuck Bollocks.
Next on the History Channel, World War II in colour. Look away if you don't want to know how it ends.
Just to clear up some confusion for our regular viewers, ITV 2+1 is not the same as ITV 3.
First, though, there's a serial killer on the loose in Balamory.
If you have been affected by some of the issues in EastEnders, they must have been acting it better than they usually do.
And now, Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares for the hard of hearing.
You're watching the Dignitas channel. For God's sake, don't press the red button.
Next up, it's Bargain Hunt, which is also rhyming slang for the bloke who presents it.
Right now, Kate Humble's in the lambing shed. Oh.
OK, the end of that round. Points go to Chris, Hugh and Stuart.
Yay! Yay!
Yay! That's the end of the show. The subject is health. Who wants to come in on that?
Right, health. I actually don't have that good a relationship with my GP. For one reason and one reason only. Up until the age of 17, my GP had me on their records as a woman. But yeah, they had me on their records as Miss N. Caton. And then one day they sent me a letter in the post addressed to Miss N. Caton. Now, because I'm 17, I don't really pay attention to the detail. I open the letter, and the letter says, "Dear Miss N. Caton, your doctor surgery would like to invite you to attend a cervical screening next Monday at 9. Now, this is where I messed up. See, at 17, I knew what cervical was. That's obvious, right? But what I didn't know was that there's more than one meaning for the word screening. I thought screening was like, you know, you're screening a film. So, when it said we would like to invite you to attend a cervical screening, in my ignorant, naive 17-year-old brain, I honestly thought I was being invited to watch a movie about women's genitalia. Right? Now, I'm 17, I'm horny, I'm a virgin. Am I going to go? You're damn right I am. So next Monday morning, I go to my GP, I get to the reception, it's full of women, doesn't put me off. Right? Walk up to the receptionist, I go, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Nathan Caton, I'm here for the cervical screening." She looks up, sees me standing there with nachos, popcorn and pick and mix. Starts laughing in my face.
First subject is language. Who wants to come in on that?
Chris. Language, apparently, was developed by humans to help them during hunting. That's what people will tell you. I don't buy that. I think language is more likely to have developed spontaneously, probably between a cave couple who were just furious with each other, incandescent with rage, but completely incapable of expressing their emotion, just standing opposite each other in the cave mouth, going until something had to give. And one of them finally snapped and went, "You prick!" And they all went, "Oh, it's all coming out now, isn't it? Never clean this cave up. This place is a tip." "Well, why didn't you say something before?" "Well, I couldn't, could I?" "You're a pig, you are. My mother warned me about you." "Oh, really? How?" Bantu, the Bantu languages of the southern African peoples, they speak with a system of clicks and tuts, this kind of using the throat and the tongue and constantly surrounded by horses they've no need of. It's a nightmare for them. Bantu for go away horse is... they're screwed, really, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is home life. Who wants to come in? Sarah.
My home life involves no children. I don't really like children. And if you ask... most of my female friends don't have kids. If you ask any woman who doesn't have kids what would worry them about having kids, the answer would always be childbirth. From what I understand of childbirth, it changes you downstairs, doesn't it? It changes you downstairs. I quite like my downstairs the way it is, thanks very much. Certainly don't want an extension. But it's bound to change, though, isn't it? Because you're forcing a person out. That's what you're doing. You're forcing a person out. I've never forced a person out. I forced a couple in. But I was in a shop recently, and this little boy came running over to me, put his hand in mine and shouted, "Mammy!" And I thought, oh, sometimes forget me keys, but I think I'd remember that. And then his dad came over, and I thought, I wonder if this is the best chat-up line ever. And his dad's going to go, "No, no, that's not your mammy. Remember, your mammy left us because my willy's too big."
Next topic is things that would change the atmosphere at a dinner party.
Ignore the banging. She's been in there for 24 years.
Help yourself to Nibbles. He was our favourite hamster, but it's what he would have wanted.
Are you sure this is pork? It's just because Mike Crackling has a tattoo.
Don't worry, we don't say grace. We just sacrifice a child to the great god Imhotep.
Doorbell! Excellent. That'll be Heather Mills and James Blunt. Hope he's brought his guitar.
I hope nobody's allergic to nuts, because I like to rest mine on the table.
Well, this is absolutely lovely. I say we all raise a glass to the Fuhrer!
10 of you arrived. Only one will leave.
Anyway, long story short, after about 2 hours, you couldn't tell what was poo and what was chocolate.
There is a vegetarian option. You can fuck off.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Russell, Ed and Andy. Now we play a round called It's Getting Hot in Here, so take out all your jokes. This game involved Tiff and Ramesh, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. The first subject is magazines. Who wants to come in that?
OK.
Tiff.
As a woman, most of your life is designed to make you feel a little bit shit. And magazines are responsible for that. You know, magazines like OK, which I look at on the shelves and think, when are they going to stop putting people on the front of that who are quite clearly not OK? And magazines will recommend that you have plastic surgery. That seems to be everywhere. Too much plastic surgery these days. I think that's why they've invented emoticons. Right, they're for women who've had too much plastic surgery, so you can just hold up an iPad and say, I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel like a smiley poo with eyes. But I think the worst thing that magazines do is they perpetuate trends, really bad trends, right? I don't know how you guys feel about vajazzling. But I genuinely believe it is a plot by religious groups to get gay men interested in vaginas. By making them look like disco balls. I told my mum about the vajazzling, right? I said, Mum, they do this thing now where they put Diamante on your downstairs. And my mum just went, vajazzling? In my day, you were lucky if you gave it a wash.
Thank you very much, Jeff. OK, that leaves us with Ramesh. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is parenting.
I'm a parent. You know, we had our first child, and our first child is such a lovely kid. You know, he always says please and thank you. He's such a wonderful, wonderful little boy. I said to my wife, do you know what? I think we might have mastered parenting. I think it's just about setting clear boundaries and being consistent. The second one, feral. Right. Like, I love him, but what a prick this kid is. Like, I love him, but what an unacceptable human being. Like, I love him, but I don't like him. You know, that's... Like, I'm going to have to say to him one day, you're a mistake. And not, like, in the way that the contraception went wrong. Like, the decision to have you was a mistake. Sometimes I want him to get hurt. There you go, I said it. I said, now, listen. I don't mean really hurt. I don't mean really hurt, I just mean a little bit. You know, because he doesn't listen, this kid. When I say to him, don't do that, dude, because if you do that, you're going to get hurt. And then he does it, and he doesn't get hurt. That pisses me off, right? Because that is life telling him that I'm full of shit. This kid's running with scissors with no consequences. Do you know what I mean?
Very good. Again, the points go to Tip time. Come on back, both of you. And the first topic is health. Who wants to come out? Nish.
I had a bit of a health emergency last year. I was doing the washing up and I cut my hand. I was washing up and I pushed my hand into a glass. The glass shattered and it slashed my hand here and I had to go to hospital. And let me tell you this, the NHS staff are incredible. They're really nice to me. They're really sweet. One of them called me a brave boy. Which is good because I was being one, so I don't know what you're laughing at, OK? I'm the one with the badge. Anyway, before I did that, I did something which I probably regret doing. I called NHS 111. Now, if you don't know what this service is, it's a service the government has brought in to replace NHS Direct. So if you have a non-life-threatening emergency, you're supposed to dial 111 on your phones. Now, I'm sure that these people are very nice, but based on my experience, they have proportionately less skill than their numerical value compared to 999, because it was the blind leading the blind. At one point, she said, "How is the blood?" And I said, "Red," because I had no idea. Then she said, "Is there a lot of blood?" I said, "Yes," because there was a lot of blood. And she said, "Is there enough to fill a mug?" I've got no idea. I don't wish to brag. I have a lot of different mug sizes in my house. Also, while this was happening, I was just panicking. I wasn't decanting the blood in the hope it would be poured back into my body at a later date. Then she said, "Is the blood flowing or oozing?" I said, "I have no idea what the difference is between those two things is." And she said, "Oh, there's a difference." And I was like, "I'm not getting into a semantic debate with you while blood is gushing out of my hand." And she just went, "Gushing, thank you very much."
Well done, Nish Kumar. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. And the topic is transport.
When I was at school, my bike was smashed up. It was my own fault, really. I just handed out leaflets saying, "Bullying, let's break the cycle." "We've been over this again and again and again," said my driving instructor, pointing to the badger. Apparently, there is actually a road in the north of England called Quality Street. And there's only one person living in it, and he's both Turkish and delightful. Tricky, isn't it, if you're both a moth and a sea captain? in charge of a ship. But up ahead, you see a lighthouse. You know you shouldn't. Toilets in trains are rubbish, aren't they? Especially the one right at the front, and the bloke in there gets so cross.
And the boys go to Nish. Come on back. First subject is language. Who wants to come in on that? Chris.
Language, apparently, was developed by humans to help them during hunting. That's what people will tell you. I don't buy that. I think language is more likely to have developed spontaneously, probably between a cave couple who were just furious with each other, incandescent with rage, but completely incapable of expressing their emotion, just standing opposite each other in the cave mouth going until something had to give. And one of them finally snapped and went, "You prick!" And they all went, "Oh, it's all coming out now, isn't it? Never clean this cave up. This place is a tip." "Well, why didn't you say something before?" "Well, I couldn't, could I?" "You're a pig, you are. My mother warned me about you." "Oh, really? How?" Bantu, the Bantu languages of the southern African peoples, they speak with a system of clicks and tuts, this kind of using their throat and their tongue, and they're constantly surrounded by horses they've no need of. It's a nightmare for them. Bantu for go away horse is they're screwed, really, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is home life. Who wants to come in? Sarah.
My home life involves no children. I don't really like children. And if you ask, most of my female friends don't have kids. If you ask any woman who doesn't have kids what would worry them about having kids, the answer would always be childbirth. So from what I understand of childbirth, it changes you downstairs, doesn't it? It changes you downstairs. I quite like my downstairs the way it is, thanks very much. Certainly don't want an extension. But it's bound to change, though, isn't it? Because you're forcing a person out. That's what you're doing. You're forcing a person out. I've never forced a person out. I forced a couple in. But I was in a shop recently, and this little boy came running over to me, put his hand in mine and shouted, "Mammy!" And I thought, oh, sometimes forget me keys, but I think I'd remember that. And then his dad came over, and I thought, I wonder if this is the best chat-up line ever. And his dad's going to go, "No, no, that's not your mammy. Remember, your mammy left us because my willy's too big."
Interviews. Who wants to come in on that? OK. Matt.
Go for that. It's fascinating watching different politicians and how they deal with interviews. Ed Miliband, when he gets asked a question he doesn't like, will just have this amazing technique where he'll just ask himself a new question and answer that instead. And it really works. He got asked before the election by Nick Robinson. Mr Miliband, you've said you'll set a new mansion tax if you become Prime Minister, but you won't yet tell us at what rate you would set it. And Miliband just went, "Look, Nick, if you're asking me, have I got a plan for the housing market, then the answer's yes." It's amazing. Farage is one of the best ones at it, because no matter what you ask him, he'll get a political answer in somewhere. You could say, "Nigel, what you had for breakfast, mate?" And he'd go, "Tea, toast and the Telegraph. Great British breakfast." He always manages to get his messages across. Boris Johnson is fascinating because he just loves avoiding questions, and he uses a twin-track approach of flattery and Latin. And this genuinely works. If he was here now, you could say, "Boris, come on, just admit it. You want to be Prime Minister?" And he'd go, "Oh, no, let me just say, great to be here amongst such great learned people on this crucible of culture. Reminds me very much of a phrase my father used to use, divitas, divitum, rectum."
Well done, Matt. Very good. OK, so James is left. Let's see what he's been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is Britain.
I wish I was Mexican. Love everything about... I love Mexican food. My favourite place to eat is a Mexican restaurant called Oaxaca. All you need to know about Oaxaca, everyone steals their spoons. So much so that every January, Oaxaca have a spoon amnesty on. You bring back one of the stolen spoons, and then they reward you with 3 tacos. Genius. Not only do they get their spoons back, they also get to watch while the thieves eat tacos, which I imagine have been interfered with beyond belief. Love Mexican food, love Mexican music. Mariachi music, best music in the world. Top 3 mariachi songs. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3, nothing, because there are no other mariachi songs. Ever been to a mariachi nightclub? It's full of people just going up to the DJ like, hey man, have you got yeah, I'll play it next. How about open your ears, I'm playing it right now. You can request that song during the next one. Growing up in school, I was the only kid in my whole school who liked mariachi music. It was a nightmare. I couldn't walk down the corridor without some knob knocking my sombrero off my head. Stepping on the back of my poncho on the way in a maths class. Once, a kid wrote Chimichanga Bum Boy across my forehead while I was having my post-lunch siesta. He also drew a moustache on my face, but to be fair, that played into my hands.
Bravo, very good. It's close, but for sticking to the topic, James Acaster gets the points. Well done to both of you. Come on back. The subject is family. Who wants to come out of that?
So, it wasn't easy growing up trying to be a little liberal kid in the most right-wing family in the whole of my town. My dad was the most right-wing person I knew, but always quick to point out, I'm not racist, but. That was the danger word. I'm not racist, but... Or the latest remix, which is even more innocuous and dangerous. All I want to do is have a sensible discussion about immigration. Yeah? Isn't it obvious? All right, no one with that face wants a sensible discussion about anything. I just want to have a sensible little chat in the back of that transit van over there, yeah? Me and my brothers, the rest of your family, Mr. Woollam-a-Woollam-along, whatever your bloody name is, mate, yeah? Get in the van, right? My dad even managed to be prejudiced about my first car decision. How do you even achieve that? By British or German. Do not bring Crappanese onto my driveway, boy. Not only that, but I chose a hybrid car. Part electric, part petrol, papa, right? Another question mark hanging over my sexuality. It's the noise of it when it drove off. Thanks for Sunday lunch. Bye, Daddy. Thank you.
Well done. Good mark. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs.
I used to work at a Christian rock festival selling toasties. The best day was when I sold this Jewish bloke some yellow ham. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to collect us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman, it's just you never knew which day he was going to come. The rest of my family were police marksmen. Apart from my grandfather, he was a bank robber. He died quite recently, surrounded by his family. My uncle, he's a police frogman. No, sorry, he's a French policeman. I used to work in a supermarket. It was my job to hand out samples of things for people to taste. But I was asked to leave after the little cups of bleach incident. After that, I worked in a pathology lab. But I was asked to leave after one of my reports said, cause of death, autopsy.
And the first topic is home life. Nate.
Yeah, I could talk about home life. I still live at home with my mum still. Thanks for the judgmental silence. Yeah, I live at home. My mates give me the most stick for it, because I'm the last one in my group of friends who still lives at home with my mum. They've all moved out, so they see me as a mummy's boy. And every time they see me, they're like, Nathan, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you still at your mum's, man? Aren't you embarrassed? Why are you still at your mum's? Why are you still at your mum's? It's like, I live in West London. Have you seen house prices? I'm not going anywhere, man. If anything, I'm looking at my mum thinking, when are you going to bloody leave? Stop clinging on. Let it go, woman. She's gonna slap the black off me when she sees this. So yeah, I like peace and quiet. Although, to be honest, at home, I'm not getting a lot of peace and quiet at the moment, mainly because of my mum and my stepdad. They got married quite recently. And I'm happy for my mum. You know, she found happiness. She deserves it. However, at the moment, they're going through that honeymoon phase where they're having sex all the time. Yeah, it is bloody disturbing, man. Because my bedroom is, like, right next door. So, like, every time they do it, I hear everything. Like, a few Saturdays ago, right? It's late at night. I'm about to go to sleep. From next door, I can hear my stepdad going, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Say something nasty, say something nasty, say something nasty. So I screamed out, you're not my real dad!
Thank you very much, Reverend Dayton. OK, that leaves us with Ed. Let's see what topic you've been left with. And the topic is diet.
I hope this isn't just a hint that I need to lose weight. Because I've lost quite a lot of weight recently anyway. I've lost about 6 stone in the last 3 years. Cheers, guys, thanks. I mean, no. Too late, you went with the British reaction. Thank you very much. Couldn't give a shit, mate. Carry on. We don't... Stop showing off. We don't want to hear about it. Found myself in a bit of a nightmare situation recently. I went to the Middle East to do some gigs. Now, that bit was nice, that was lovely, but they put you up in a hotel where the food is all-you-can-eat buffets 3 times a day for 10 days. Now, this is a nightmare scenario for me because I cannot be trusted at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Sometimes I don't even remember the buffet bit. All I remember is picking up a plate and I'll wake up 6 hours later covered in rice and sauce. And I can't theme a buffet. I can't theme a buffet either. I won't pick up a plate and go, oh, I'll have some rice, I'll have some curry. Well done, Ed, you've made yourself an Indian meal. Won't do that. I'll get a plate, I'll get a spoon, and I'll run along the full line of trays, just scraping food from every nation onto it until I've got some sort of plate Pangea, just an unidentifiable mass, just Spanish food, Japanese food, Chinese food, Indian food, coffee, sushi, just horrible. Just wedge my face into it, everyone going, is that man all right? Don't look at me! I'm having a buffet! Just food from all over the world. My body for 10 days had no idea where I was on this planet. I went for a shit 3 days in, a UN flag came out.
Well done. Gemma, quite good. Gamble! Come on back. The next topic is charity. Joe, you going for that?
All this talk of famine makes you a bit peckish, doesn't it? It's comic relief, right? Keep asking me if I'll go out to Africa, you know, to sort of comfort people. But how are they going to feel with me getting off the plane? Hello! You're all hungry, are you? I've had a good dinner. And, you know, there are huge problems to be tackled in Africa. I don't know if you know this, but actually in South Africa, you can insure yourself against getting raped because if you catch the HIV virus, treatment's really expensive. And what's that going to be like? You know, you're walking along, some bloke jumps out from behind a hedge, gets his ghoulies out, and you think, oh, Christ, there goes me no-claims bonus there.
Sit down, Joe, please. OK, let's have another topic. Topic is crime. Who's coming in that? John.
The most important thing to remember about crime is that any law only makes sense in context. Look at sport. Punching someone repeatedly in the face is lauded in boxing, but is seriously frowned upon in table tennis. Similarly, if you come out of your corner in a boxing round bouncing a little ball on a bat, it's going to be literally seconds before you're staring at some lights. Furthermore, Moses. Now, there's a man who'd be on pretty much anyone's list of top 5 Jews. But think about it. When he led the children out of Israel, he was technically guilty of 3,000 counts of abducting a minor, bush arson, trespassing and abducting the sea. and yet he walks free today. There really is no justice.
Well done, John. Very good. Sit down. Leaving us with two contestants. One topic we'll give you. Fight it out. Straight battle. What's the last topic this week? Jacques Chirac. Europe, let's say. Hugh, do you want to go first?
Britain isn't getting on very well with France at the moment, and it is partially because the French are a bit snooty. For example, take Concorde. Do you know, in the original version of Concorde, the French had their plane built with the front hinged the other way round, so it could turn its nose up when it landed on the turn. But the kind of European integration any of us seem to mind is town twinning. Everybody wants a French, town to twin with. And I didn't know how it happened, actually, until I recently went to Swindon. Met a bloke from Swindon Council. He told me that apparently it's very like getting a teenage pen pal, on the basis that Swindon was getting on very well with Monte Carlo until they sent them a photograph and never heard from them again.
Very good, very good. Well done, Hugh. Give him a round of applause. It is a head-to-head. Al, on the topic of Europe?
Well, of course, what's happened here is the French. The French have voted against Europe and now expect us to cough up for it. It's the classic example of the French attitude. They've lost the plot, basically, completely. I mean, these are people with a town called Brest, and none of them think it's funny. In any other country, a melted cheese would be regarded as a f***, wouldn't it? They're up to something, aren't they? No, they're up. Well, I'm not done yet. Staying over there with their own customs. The point is, I think... I mean, that Eiffel Tower's a tragic waste of Meccano, isn't it? As a result, French boys have nothing to play with except themselves, and that's how it started, isn't it?
Al, thank you very much. Al Murray, give a round of applause. Tough to say. I'm giving it to Hugh. I'm giving it that side. Sit down, both of you. The first subject is leadership.
Leadership looks fun, but it's stressful. Just look at anyone leading a conga. On the outside, it looks brilliant, having a great time all the time. Just... Yes, you bloody are. Yes, you bloody are, mate. In their heads, just going, I don't know where I'm going. I didn't plan a route. I never asked for any of this. God, I miss my family. Everyone's trapped in the conga. You think you can leave? You can't leave. Person at the back, maybe, they could let go and make a run for it. Everyone else, you let go. You're not out the conga. Now, you're the leader of a rival conga. Now you've got turf wars to worry about. Worst case scenario, you're second from the back, you let go. The one person behind you loves congas, isn't giving up for anyone. And trying to mingle at the party with a maniac on your hips. And have a serious discussion about the Lib Dem conference and still going hell for leather. You'd have to go swimming just to get rid of them. Never going to lead a conga. Never going to lead a Three Cheers either. I don't know who these lunatics are. I don't know where you acquire that level of confidence. Just get up in a room full of people. 3 cheers for Jackie, hip hip. What if everyone goes, no? Not 3 cheers for Jackie, she's an unpleasant person. How about no cheers for Jackie? Hip hip, shut up.
OK, that leaves us with Gary. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. OK, the topic is health. Where you go?
I'm a lot sportier than I might look. In fact, I picked up a little niggle at the gym the other day. I mean, he pronounces it Nigel. I had a very stressful journey getting here today. All the way, this lorry driver was right up my arse. But it was nice of him to give me a lift. I spent most of the afternoon hanging out at the swimming baths. And then somebody told me and I tucked it back in again. I put on a lot of weight recently, So I rang up Weight Watchers. I said, it's an emergency. Can you send somebody round? And they said, yes, we can. We got loads of those. My grief counsellor died recently, but luckily he was so good I didn't give a shit. I accidentally kicked the dog earlier and he bit me on the bollocks. My mate said it's karma. I said no. If anything, he's even more angry. I asked the vet, what can I do? I think my dog's racist. He keeps barking at the Asian man next door. And the vet said, muzzle him. I said, I don't know, but he's got a beard. I went round to see my nan. I said, what you been up to? She said, weed in the garden. I said, well, at least you didn't shit in it. I was in the garden with my girlfriend earlier, and we saw the 18-year-old girl next door, all dolled up, ready to go out clubbing. And my girlfriend said, do you know what? At that age, I could really see myself in her. Which was weird, because I was thinking the exact same.
Thank you very much. Well done, Davey. Point there for Davey. Come on. Things a weather forecaster would never say.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your $1,000
And these are the worst floods since records began, which was last year when all the records were destroyed in that flood.
This is a map. I'm not a giant. Yeah.
It's going to be a bit blowy today. It's my birthday and my wife promised me one.
Later on, it's going to be raining cats and dogs because a bomb's gone off in Battersea.
Well, it was cloudy earlier. I think I may have a urine infection.
It's well hot, isn't it?
Well, it was a frosty start for some of us this morning, because I came in pissed again and accidentally got in bed with my mother-in-law.
Well, you'll be glad to know that scientists have finally explained why we've been enduring this rather long spell of disappointing weather. Apparently, we live in Britain.
And over the next 3 days, we will see some spells of rain. The entrails never lie.
Things should be getting a lot cooler. I've just made friends with a black man.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to get wet later on. I'm following you, and I've got a bucket.
I'm sure the ladies are going to be wearing skimpy bikinis tomorrow. It could reach 90 degrees, which is not bad for a man my age.
It is going to be a scorcher. So, guys, you might as well just staple your balls to the inside of your thigh, because those bad boys are going nowhere.
Thank you very much, Dave. Yeah, pretty easy report on things that have already happened. Now, predicting the future.
And now the shipping forecast. Dogger, car park, my penis rising slowly.
OK, there that round. The points go to Chris here and Rob. We start with a round called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Holly, which category would you like?
Can we have home news?
OK, home news it is. The answer is no. What
is that going to be about,
I have no
Dara?
idea what story this could possibly refer to. What is the question, Helen?
Is it UKIP's immigration policy?
Is it do Man United have a defence?
Is it how should you not answer the question, did you pack these bags yourself?
Is it what is the least uttered word in a porn film?
Is it what did his friends call Nostradamus?
Is it, what type of oil painting is John Prescott?
Is it the answer to the question, do you want to be in my gang, my gang, my gang?
Is it can Tesco's financial director count?
If we could possibly now move you towards a correct answer.
Is it normal to take all your clothes off to have a poo?
Is it would Dara look sensible in a Fiat Cinquecento?
Is it do I have a tiny willy?
Is it once you're over 60, should you trust a fart?
Is it what the Scottish people said in the referendum?
It is exactly that. Thank you very much, Andy Forrester. That's right. Of course, the question I was looking for was, how did Scotland vote in last week's independence referendum? The vote, which had a remarkable turnout of nearly 85%, saw the No campaign win with 55.3% of the vote, compared to the Yes campaign's 44.7%. What do you think swung it in the end, then?
I think it's probably that more people voted no than yes.
It's a level of analysis we're very proud of. The subject is clubbing. Who wants to talk about that? Myers.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can all tell I'm a bit of a clubber. Nothing I like more than getting down to the local hotspot and shaking the old batty and ting, a bit of shawaddy-waddy. Don't mind if I do. No, I have tried night clubbing. It's not really my thing. I'm a bit too delicate, my system. I was in a nightclub recently. A fellow young raver danced up and shouted, "I'm loving it, loving it, loving it!" I replied, "I'm finding it all a bit noisy, finding it all a bit noisy, finding it all a bit noisy." People jump around like crazy in those places. At one point, my cup and saucer was knocked clean out of my hand. It's tricky. I mean, I've tried the dancing. That's not my thing either. I don't care if I haven't got sexy Latin rhythms. I've got a Latin A-level. Much more transferable in the job market. I was on the dance floor recently. A lot of my fellow young ravers were blowing whistles, so I joined in and gave a bloody good pop on my bugle. Unfortunately, that meant half the Bosworth Hunt came charging in across the dance floor. Hounds mistook 3 of the ginger students for foxes, and there was a hell of a mess.
Thank you very much, Master. OK, that leaves us with Jack. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is health.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that is my gun. So, we are in the midst of an obesity epidemic, and the people I blame, definitely, are the supermarkets, because I don't think they're doing enough, right? Like, you go into any supermarket now, and you buy food. If you care about what you put into your body, you look at the nutritional information, you know, the little wheel of guilt that every packet has on it now. That lures you in, doesn't it? Like, you buy something, like ice cream. It's like, this ice cream only contains 5% of your daily intake of calories. You're like, oh, that's very promising. I'll buy and eat the ice cream then. Then you look up a little bit closer, above the little wheel of guilt, tiny white writing, 1/8 of a tub. Oh, you cheeky bastard. You're not allowed to do that. Put on the packet whatever makes it sound good to sell the product, then make up a ludicrously unrealistic portion size so I buy it like a twat. That's like Greg's game, this sausage roll only contains 2% of your daily intake of calories, if you lick it. It needs to do more. I think what the supermarkets need to start doing is putting warnings on their packets of food, like they do with cigarettes. You buy cigarettes, it's got a horrible picture of, like, a lung caked in shit. You're like, oh, I don't want to smoke that. You should do it with food. Tesco's on cakes should just have pictures of, I don't know, a really fat woman crying as she walks out of Topshop empty-handed.
OK, at the end of that round, what the hell? Points for everyone. Come on, sit back down here. This round is called Dating Videos. The players take on the identity of a famous newsmaker and record a Lonely Hearts video in the style of that person. Everyone else has to try and guess who they are. So Hugh, you're up first. Please make your way over to the performance area and show us your dating video.
One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. I do eventually hope to be able to count higher than that. Let me paint you a picture of myself. I can do that. I've got an art A level. Well, I'm a pretty cool guy. I don't smoke. Well, you know, nothing legal anyway. I support charities. I like to wear a wristband. Oh no, I like to wear an armband. Make minorities history. And I'm a redhead, which I get from my father, apparently.
Who is it?
Oh, Prince Harry.
It is, of course, Prince Harry. Well done, Hugh. Sit down. Congratulations. Unlikely letters to television channels.
Dear Channel 5, your recent documentary on dyslexia was insightful and sensitive. Please show the boy with shit for brains again.
As a terrorist, I've been watching Countdown with interest. It is rubbish. Nothing happens.
Dear News 24, go to bed.
Dear Babe Station, have you actually read the trade's description of that?
Dear Bravo, I don't quite know how to put this, but well done.
Dear Channel 5, isn't it time you just called it a day? No one will mourn.
I'm writing to thank you. On Sunday afternoon, while I was watching television with my wife, I was urged to press the red button. I did, and my wife had her first orgasm in 40 years.
Dear Al Jazeera, please bring back your hit sitcom, Men Behaving Baghdadly.
Dear History Channel, the Nazis were bad. We get it.
Dear Hallmark, roses are red, violets are blue, your cards are shit, and your channel is too.
Dear Channel 4, why don't you pricks book me for any of your shows?
Dear Sky Sports -1, thank you for showing the Grand National. I won £100,000.
Dear Points of View, who should I complain to if I think Points of View is shit?
Dear Fiver, if I give you a tenner, will you please stop broadcasting?
Dear Channel 4, why not liven up Deal or No Deal by putting a nail bomb in one of the boxes?
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Russell and Andy. Now we play a round called Set Your Phasers to Fun. This game involves Hal and Gary, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is building. Who wants to come in on that? Hal Crutton.
Building freaks me out a bit. Well, builders intimidate me, because I've had builders come to work at my house, and they work for like 2 days, then go away for a week. And you end up making that phone call to them, and it makes me feel like a little kid whose parents have split up and the dad's being really crap. It's the same conversation. You just go, you said you'd come on Saturday. You said you'd be here on Saturday. I'm really sorry, mate. I've been really busy. I can make it Tuesday. Do you promise you'll come on Tuesday? Can we go to the park? I love you. They intimidate me. I've had a builder come and give me a quote on a problem in my house and make it worse right in front of my face. Literally, feeling my wall, go, yeah, feel that damp, mate, that's chronic, that's soaking wet, yeah? All round there, that's soaking wet, yeah? I put a little knife in, yeah? Watch it crumble. Look at the plaster fall away from your wall. Look at the size of that hole in your wall. That hole wasn't there when you arrived. It's massive, isn't it, mate? It's massive. No other job does that. No other job diagnoses a problem by making it worse, do they? Nobody. You know, doctors don't go, I think you've got brittle bones, mate, I do, and then stamp on your leg, do they? See that, mate? Your leg was like a twig, yeah? I think you got a dodgy heart as well. Boom! See, you're having a heart attack, you see? I actually tried to help this builder finish our kitchen, and he just stopped and went, mate, and I kind of jumped because I'd been momentarily transfixed by the beauty of the bubble in the spirit level. He just stopped. He said, seriously, mate, leave it. You don't know what you're doing. I'll finish it off. And that night I had a dream that I was making love to my wife. And he walked in and said, seriously, mate, leave it. You don't know what you're doing. I'll finish it off.
Thank you very much, Hal Crutton. OK, it's Gary now, so let's see what topic you've got, Gary. Let's spin the wheel. Topic is childhood.
As a child, I was made to walk the plank. We couldn't afford a dog. My 6-year-old refuses to eat anything other than alphabeti spaghetti. Luckily, he's dyslexic, so I just buy him normal spaghetti. Seems to work. Dad, these are all L's. Yeah, it's Welsh. I bought him some medicine for his ADHD. On the side of the bottle, it said concentrate. I thought if he could do that... I bought a really nice 12-year-old Scotch. Obviously, his parents weren't pleased. I hate people who complain about breastfeeding in public. Like, I don't want to see it, or that's disgusting, or you can't do that, you're not a woman. And that's not a baby. As kids, we always enjoyed dipping ginger nuts into a steaming hot cup of tea. But, of course, nowadays, that's called bullying. I shouldn't do that, by the way. Ginger jokes are the last vestiges of racism in comedy, and they started a ginger pride movement to stamp that shit out. They had a march in Hyde Park. Well, they were going to when the sun came out. Nan always said that when she was young, she never had to worry about leaving her back door open. What a slag. I'm totally going to get in trouble with the family again. This is really not worth it. You got to look after your health as you get older. The other day I did a poo and noticed there was a little blood in it. I said, oi, bruv, get out my toilet, innit? Thank you.
Well done, Gary Delaney. Well done, both of you. Points for both of you. Come on back. We come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone could make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear on Crime Watch.
If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, then keep your mouth shut. Stitches get stitches. Bah, bah, bah.
A relative paid tribute to the victim who sadly died in the blaze. He said he was the kind of guy that just lights up a room.
Studies have discovered that the majority of murderers are men. So what should we be doing? How can we support female murderers? Should we be subsidising childcare?
The suspect defecated on Boris Johnson's doorstep. Witnesses described the man as an absolute legend.
No Crime Watch tonight, but reruns of Top of the Pops 2 are on BBC 4 now, so just...
The man broke into Battersea Dogs' home and released all the dogs. Police are desperately searching for leads.
The criminals then blew the safe, but however hard they blew, it just stayed where it was.
Oh no! A city up north has gone missing. It begins with L and is great. Police are desperately looking for leads.
Do you like it? It's a Rolex, I nicked that. That is a Crime Watch.
And now, as a bit of fun, we go to the blooper reel. Give me all your honey. I mean, money.
According to police, there were wet footprints leading across the bedroom carpet. Because one of us doesn't know what a bath mat is.
The murderer said she did it because he made so many jokes about me on Mock the Week I couldn't hack it anymore.
Were you in the Wetherspoons at 9 a.m? If you were, we want you to contact us. There was no crime, we just want to work out what went wrong in your life.
Right, let's have a quick look at Britain's Most Unwanted. This is Sam Allardyce.
The victim's name was Jehovah. Police are looking for witnesses.
Well, you know, like greeting cards are about £4, aren't they? But if you put them in the self-service, there's no weight on them, so don't... Hello, welcome to Crime Watch.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines from a fantasy film.
But the ring was lost. Frodo looked up. This rectal exam had gone badly wrong.
I was Gandalf the Grey. But now, after only 3 washes...
Will the Mad Lord defeat the Leper Queen? Rob Beckett, Fox News, Washington.
My magic powers are strong. Put any penis in my hand and watch it grow.
Your Majesty, I have ridden here for 2 weeks on horseback to deliver this important message from your brother.
Hufflepuff? Oh, great, I'm getting bullied.
Frodo, it's so far, can't we just split a cab fare?
No, sorry, darling. No, that's a ticket. No, this is a double yellow brick road.
I am Thor. John Thor. And I am a Morse god.
Tis I, Merlin, Grand Wizard and supplier of Premier League sticker albums. Shazam, a shiny!
Oh no! I've been bitten by some radioactive corduroy. That means I'm going to become James Acaster Man.
No, I'm sorry, Alice. This is Sunderland.
After travelling across the dark seas and desolate plains, finally I am home. I left my keys at Clive's.
We actually find the term unicorn quite offensive. We prefer skinny rhinoceri.
Call yourself an orc? Oh, yeah, you can talk the orc, but can you walk the orc?
Do not go in there. It's an absolute bloodbath. It's literally a lion in a wardrobe. I cannot emphasise that enough. It killed the witch. Oh, my God!
Oh, what's that? The film's gone on for 9 hours and they don't know what you're doing anymore, so you just get an army of the undead to save the day. Fucking turn it in.
OK. Get that round. The points go to Ed, Hugh and James. Who can tell me what's going on here?
Oh, is that Barack Obama playing pretzel buckaroo?
Or is Barack shaking the hand of the very pretzel that choked George W. Bush?
It's like a German version of Come Dine With Me. Angela has broken all the plates and is serving the pretzels on a mug tray.
Is Angela Merkel saying to Barack Obama, "Well, Barack, you must prepare for the worst"? Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Welcome to 1970s comedy.
They also, the FBI x-rayed his sausages and his pretzel before he was allowed to eat them. Presumably, obviously, because a wayward pretzel led to the demise, you know, almost of George Bush, and a wayward sausage almost led to the demise of Bill Clinton.
Almost there. Everyone looks happy, apart from Angela Merkel's husband, who looks like he's attempting to move the pretzels with his mind.
Because he liked the fact the guy didn't just have a brush on his hat, but he jazzed it up with 4 badges as well. It's quite a look.
That's amazing.
When you wear a hat like that, you don't expect there to be 5 other people at the table wearing that hat. Turn up and go, you got to be joking. I made this myself out of stuff I found in the garden. You can't possibly... Oh.
The danger of drinking at 11 in the morning at the G7 is that by the time you get to the final communique, it reads, I love you. This is the best G7 I've ever been to.
Dear Putin, miss you.
Do you reckon they had to do that thing because, like, the others hadn't turned up? Obama had to text David Cameron and said, "I'd get on it on the train, mate. Because we are going to be hammered by the time you get here. I'd get a couple of those small gin and tonics if I was you, because Angela is almost sideways already."
Hang on, is this the G7 where 5 of the others have yet to arrive?
Yeah, but
Obama's just kind of sitting with Mr. and Mrs. Merkel going, "Where are you?" We said 11 o'clock. By the man with the squirrel hat. What are you? I'm on my own? What are you doing? Don't leave me here on my own?
He's having a nice time. No breakfast is ever made better by Stephen Harper or David Cameron showing up to it. It's not like he's waiting to start the party when Cameron gets there.
Oi, oi!
From the other side, they all turn and Cameron's like, "Here it comes!"
Strutting down, knocking pretzels out of people's hands. Just fucking hat.
I bet Cameron's got 7 nickname T-shirts in the back of his bag.
Misdemeanor.
Captain Austerity's here.
The Merchster, put it on, put it on, put it on.
You put it on, you put it on the Merchster. He's like that. He does bring the party. So who was noticeably absent from the G7?
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, and he would bring the party.
Check emails again. Maybe in junk folder there is invitation.
That's the saddest picture I've ever seen. I think out of shot he's looking at one of those brush hats that he bought for the event.
That's why they had beers. That's why they had beers early, so they could go, oh, mate, you missed the best one ever. He was wasted by 3 o'clock. I got off with Merkel.
I like to think that... Because Putin's not going to take it very well, but I like to think that he had his own G1 summit.
He said only an insane man in a dream would think that Russia would attack NATO. And you wondered, actually, whether he had, in fact, had that dream himself and he was giving the rest of the world a bit of a heads-up on his current mental state.
Yeah, because he's insane. That'd be like, you can't say that about yourself. That'd be like saying, only a total legend had come back from the bar with 8 Jaeger bombs.
Oh, David Cameron, you've done it again. Wait, there's only 6 here. It's a long walk. Do you enjoy Christmas? Do you like the holiday season?
Why isn't there any decoration on the set?
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Without any decoration, boys?
Oh. Yeah! Christmas is here!
Nothing.
That's...
Nothing makes Christmas more than a miserable Scot just going...
Do it now. This should be the opening of the Olympic ceremony.
Well,
do you enjoy the Christmas?
I hate Christmas. It's like the opening sequence of Saving Private Ryan, except every third person is a woman puking into a handbag. People queuing to get into Yates's wine lodge. That sums up Christmas. You're queuing to get into somewhere shit. Just women who are praying for the invention of the morning after Bacardi Breezer.
You make Christmas specials a lot differently than we do in Australia.
Yeah.
See, this is the most miserable Christmas thing I've ever been involved in. This is my worst Christmas.
The next topic is the worst thing your new neighbour could say.
What day do the bins go out round here? My wife's body's starting to stink.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a fresh one.
I hope my turkeys won't be keeping you awake.
My wife and I are nudists and have been for the past 70 years.
You're bigger than you look through the telescope.
Welcome to the street, or as we like to call it, the cul-de-sac of Christ.
Do you like the music of what the?
I can see you when you sleep.
Yes, that's right. The wife breeds Rottweilers, the children in a brass band, and I'm a paedophile.
It's simple. Your dog and I are in love.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of that round are Frankie, Hugh and Ron. Sit down, everyone. Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Adam, which category would you like?
The economy, please, Dara.
The economy is the category. Yep. The answer is 691 million. What is the question?
My first thought was, how many people worldwide will watch Boris Johnson pick up the Olympic torch and think, ooh, David Bowie's let himself go?
Is it how much is a Kit Kat in Zimbabwe?
Is it what speed does Jeremy Clarkson think is reasonable in the built-up area?
What does C-3PO shout when he ejaculates?
That's very... Is it how many shitty political cartoons with bears with the word Russia written on them have been printed in the last week?
Is it at what age did God have his midlife crisis? Oh, the son's left home.
Is it how many lies has the average grandad told? Oi, if you're watching, you didn't kill a bear.
What would the $6 million man cost now?
What does Kerry Katona claim in child benefit?
I know the actual answer. It's how much money did the Royal Bank of Scotland say that they'd lost this week?
Yes, exactly right. Well done.
Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Nigel, which category would you like?
I'll take sport.
OK, cool. Sport. The topic is sport. The answer is 12.8 million. What is the question?
Is it the average size of an Asian family?
Is it, now he's PM, how much would Boris Johnson fetch if he was sold to a stud farm?
Is it how much Dara O'Brien should be paid for hosting Mock the Week?
No, stop. Oh. I couldn't take that kind of pay cut. My children need wine.
Is it how many times when trying to buy alcohol have I had to say the phrase, would a 17-year-old have a nectar card?
Is it how many years has the last 3 years felt like?
Is it if Amazon made 12.8 million, how much would they have left after they'd paid their tax?
Is it what does Kim Jong-un's heart rate leap to if he senses biscuits?
Is it how many men on Twitter will see my Olga cockpit as an invitation?
Not just men.
Bring your own cock.
I always do.
It's funny when she brings a cock. Yes, I bring the place I brought my cock and didn't get a laugh at all. All right, what is the actual question?
Is it how much does Lewis Hamilton claim back in petrol receipts at the end of the Formula 1?
Is it how many people watch the rugby?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Louise. Very good. Yes, the question I was looking for was how many people watched England in the Rugby World Cup final, which they lost. This is the news that on Saturday, 12.8 million people tuned in to see South Africa defeat England in Yokohama. Did you watch the final? Yes?
Yeah, although, you know, it was difficult, wasn't it? It was England against South Africa, the Rainbow Nation. I haven't watched a lot of rugby. Where was Zippy and Bungle?
He could put the rugby ball in his mouth and zip it up and run.
Wait, sorry, South Africa won the Rugby World Cup?
Yes, they did.
According to Russian television, we won 61-0.
The thing is that it's just like watching the way they spoke after all the players spoke after it. It's so different. There's such a different level of how eloquent they are. The rugby players after it are just like, we were powered by the gust of 1,000 winds. We took heed. A nation behind us. We took heed and we battled. You ask a footballer, a footballer could have won the World Cup. And you go, how did you think that went? And they go, yeah, well, basically, we just put our circle in that rectangle more than the foreigners. Be like, eh?
We start with a round called Headliners. Here's a picture of Labour's two Eds, Miliband and Balls, but what does MFIB stand for?
Is it Miliband Fondle's invisible buttocks?
Is Miliband so dull that the headline is, in fact, massive flag in background?
Is it Martian freak invades Britain?
Is he apologising to Young Labour for their poll ratings, saying, my fault, innit, bruv?
Is it just simply MFI bollocks?
Why would they use that picture to randomly take on MFI?
Two wooden characters.
Well, if we're just going to go with ones that have nothing to do with the picture, why can't we just say, my fanny is burning? It's the sentence that goes with MFIB.
By the look of the flag, he's trying to knock some sense into a BNP rally. Is he saying, Mo Farah is black?
Hang on, Mo Farah is British. I could understand him trying to convince him of that, but surely he doesn't have to convince even the BNP that Mo Farah is black.
They are in serious denial. I mean, this summer...
White man went very well in the 5,000 metres. What are you talking about?
Or is it just quite simple? Is it man focuses in background?
Is he trying to appeal to, you know, is he trying to show himself to be a bit more down to earth? And he's going, Mallorca, Faliraki, Ibiza, brilliant.
Move to a correct answer, please.
Mowgli's friend is Baloo.
Is it Martin Freeman is Bilbo?
No, it's not. I'll give the end answer Miliband. So Miliband something battle.
Miliband fears irritating battle.
No.
Bowel.
No.
Irritable bowel.
Not bowel.
I think it's Miliband fights image battle.
Very good. Thank you very much, Hugh Janet. Here's a picture of everyone's favourite radical cleric, Abu Hamza, back in his heyday. But what does HFAT stand for?
Is it high-fiving always trouble?
Is it Hamza fantasises about thumbs?
Is it look on the bright side? His feet are terrific.
Is it Harvest Festival attracts troublemaker?
No, it's holy F, a Teletubby.
Is he reading an eye chart and going HFAT?
Is it Harlow finally appoint town crier?
Is it what the British authorities said to him when they said goodbye? Is it, have fun, Abu, ta-ra?
Is it what happens when he tries to do head, shoulders, knees and toes? Head... Fuck, twat!
I need it.
Okay. It's the start of his sermon, isn't it? Hello, Finsbury and Tottenham!
Correct answer, please.
His fingers aren't there.
The H stands for Hamza.
Yeah, I think it's Hamza faces American trial, probably.
Yes, absolutely. Well done. Thank you very much, Hugh Janet. Very good. Here's a picture of Education Secretary Michael Gove. But what does GAEC stand for?
Is it Goverten's Elf College? Genetic abnormality explains chin.
Amazing.
Is it something cock?
Is it Michael Gove saying, gosh, actual ethnic children?
Is it in fact what the kids have done to him? Glued arse to edge of chair.
Is it Gove Adonis, exuding charisma?
Is it adult literacy rates poor?
Gollum advises Earth children.
Is it Grindr adventure ends catastrophically?
OK, let's just give the correct answer, because frankly, nothing's going to top that.
Gove announced as emergency contraceptive.
Let's have the correct answer, please.
It's going to be something about Gove announces exam change.
Very good. Thank you very much. Here's a picture of American presidential candidate Barack Obama meeting Gordon Brown this week.
But what does BOTE stand for?
Is it Brown overdoes the ecstasy?
Is it Brown orders tango enema?
I think
You know when you've had a tango enema.
I think it is probably Britain's oddest twins exposed.
Is it Brown impersonates cricket umpires?
Yeah.
Not taking the game
seriously. Take the game seriously,
It's very
Michael.
difficult to get all the letters right.
You're not getting the rules of this at all, are you?
It's very hard to get the letters according to the words.
That's why it's a quiz!
Is Gordon Brown watching Bill Oddie's tit extravaganza?
To be honest, that is a TV show that needs to be made.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Is it Brown's old Todger explodes?
If it is, it's a shame that they didn't get that in the picture. Yeah.
Right, Mike.
I've got one that fits, I think.
Do the letters match the words you're going to say?
Is it? I thought today we could have actually had Carol Vorderman reveal the letters. She needs the work. Is it Brown orders tree explosion?
Tree explosion?
I think there's very little we can do to help you.
Is it Barack Obama tours Europe?
Yes, it is.
Here's a picture of Prime Minister Gordon Brown this week. But what does BGID stand for?
Is it bargains galore in Debenhams?
Is it beg grovel, I'm the daddy?
Is it Blair gone, I'm disaster?
Is it Brown gets Iranians dancing?
Yeah. Is it Brown goes into Dundee?
Things have gotten tough, haven't they?
Blair guaranteed infamous death.
Shot from a moving military helicopter.
Daniel's right, it's bored Gordon initiates drive-by.
So is it bitches get indoors?
Yeah.
It's actually the only time I've ever seen him with a genuine smile sat beside... Normally when he smiles, he looks like he's trying to shit a sea urchin.
It does look strange, I'll give you that.
Bring Galloway in, darling.
Is it Brown gives Iran deadline? Is it
you go sensible now, suddenly. What's going on?
I've never answered correctly in this ever.
And now it makes you look like a points whore for some reason. You've suddenly decided to change. You've actually really thrown me there by going for the correct...
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Frankly, you're absolutely correct. Our first round is called Headliners. I showed the teams a recent photo along with the initial letters of a newspaper headline. You know the rules by now. Here's a picture from this week's Conservative Party conference in Bournemouth. And what does TCSP stand for?
Is it Taxi Chorus Stupid People?
Is it try creating some policies?
Is it a bit of a long shot? Is it Tom Cruise suckles pig? You can't see what they're looking at, but there must be something interesting.
I know I'd raise a hand to that. In the hope that he'd lift his hand up from the nipple of the pig and high-five me.
I think it's pretty much definitely that.
Yes, it is.
Talking things that you'd celebrate. Is it Thatcher's coffin seen passing?
Is it Tony Blair, Cameron, same person?
Tricycling, says Ponce.
The C stands for cuts.
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 Tax cuts. Tax cuts.
Suspect package, is that it?
No, not tax. Two news stories slammed together. Tax cut, suspect package. I was writing about tax cuts, but then I saw this bag. I don't know who owns it. This is more important than any tax cut. I'm going to write about this story,
Is it Tax Cuts Split Party?
That's exactly what it is. The answer I was looking for was Tax Cuts Split Party. It refers to the row at this week's Conservative Party conference after David Cameron and his shadow Chancellor George Osborne refused to give in to demands from party members for tax cuts. Here's a picture of His Holiness Pope Benedict XVI. So what does PSOM stand for?
Yes, of
shouldn't
course,
it
Joe.
be PTROCDISAM?
Which would stand for?
Pope takes role of Cameron Diaz in Something About Mary.
Is it Pope surely overdoes moose?
Please switch off magnets. Or Portsmouth sign old midfielder.
The P obviously does stand for Pope. I'll give you that.
Thanks very much for that.
Thank you.
Is he on a hen night? It just looks like he's wearing, you know, those angels' wings that are awfully popular on a...
It's his last night as a free man. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe in an attempt to reach out, he's claimed that Pope sort of Muslim. You know, I'm quite keen on keeping the women down. You know?
The answer I was looking for was Pope's speech offends Muslims. This refers to reaction to the Pope's recent speech in Germany, in which he quoted a medieval ruler. He apologised for his remarks, but Muslim anger refused to die down. Our first round is called Headliners. Here's a picture of clean-up operations after the bird flu outbreak at Bernard Matthews Farm in Suffolk. But what does BTAD stand for?
Is it bugger, there's a dead one?
Is it Bioterrorists Annual Disco?
Is it BBC Terminate Anton Deck?
Is it best to avoid drumsticks?
The T, I'll give you a clue, stands for Turkey.
British turkeys are doomed!
Probably... Well, turkeys are destroyed, I would reckon. But what the B? Bilious? Billions? British?
British. Very good.
British
well done.
turkeys.
Hugh, by a process of going through every word beginning with B, Hugh has correctly identified the answer. Let us applaud him. Here's a picture of Prime Minister Gordon Brown with his immediate predecessor, Tony Blair. But what does BMCB stand for?
Is it Brown's Mental Complete Breakdown?
or is it just Britain's Mr. Charisma Bypass?
Is it Blair makes chimp body pop?
Is it Brown's man boobs captivate Blair?
Is it Blundering Morons Crucifixion Begins?
Well, is it just bollocks, my career's buggered?
Sometimes that's all satire needs to be.
If you look like uncles dancing at a wedding, I would go with British men can't boogie.
Yes. or is it...
I've still got it. I've still got it. You show them. You show them.
It could be Blair might come back.
Oh! Very serious. There's an interesting reaction. That came from a dark place, didn't it?
Somebody over there was sharpening a scythe.
OK, I'm going to steer you towards the correct answer.
I think it's Blair... Blair's memo criticises Brown.
I'll accept that as an answer. Well done.
You'll accept it. Is it the right answer or not?
Here's a picture of some cattle enjoying the British countryside in happier times. But what does FAMB stand for?
Is it Farmers Assemble Massive Barbecues?
Farmers are miserable bastards.
Is it fantastic? 1,000,000 burgers.
It's actually to do with their earrings. It's actually Frisians admire Mildred's bling.
Farm animals must burn.
That's probably as close as you're going to come. At the point of seeing too literally minded, would somebody like to tell me what the answer actually isn't? And here's a clue. FAM probably stands for foot and mouth.
Foot and mouth back.
Absolutely right. Well done, Hugh. Congratulations.
There we go. Very good.
The answer I was looking for was foot and mouth back. The disease was diagnosed in cattle at farms in Surrey and is the first outbreak since the epidemic of 2001 that cost the country an estimated £8 billion. Here's a picture of North Korea's eccentric leader Kim Jong-il out and about. There he is. So what does KTSW stand for?
Is it Kim's trouser suit? Wow.
Kim Jong-il, the sexy warlord.
Is it Korean Teletubbies starts Wednesday?
After we let off the bombs, Kim's testicles stopped working.
Does Kim Jong-il just have one big arm that he's winding round his body?
Karaoke tyrant sings Westlife.
Korea's topsoil warm.
I was thinking Kremlin tailor supplies wardrobe.
Is it Korea Test Shocks World?
That's exactly right. Well done, Andy. Here's a picture of the Labour leadership contenders, but what does LBIT stand for?
Lady? Is it lady between identical twits?
Is it my dyslexic friend's favourite sandwich?
Fish fingers?
Is it about Diane Abbott's dress? Is it leopard butchered into toga?
Is it lads, boys, introducing token? Politics there? Politics there.
On a similar note, liking Blair is treason.
On a funnier note,
You've got to back it up now.
is it, look, Barack initiated this. The people have spoken.
Are they going for the youth vote? Is it Labour blinging in it ting?
Is it an advert? Is it L'Oreal because I'm turgid?
Is it to do with the white streak in David Miliband's hair? Is it, look, it's a badger, I'm telling you?
Anyone know what the correct answer is?
I'm looking at, on the left there, they've got red ties, and on the right, they've got blue. I'm thinking Labour becoming increasingly Tory.
Oh, we've got this leadership battle is tightening.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you that if you want. Yeah, that's close enough. Well done, Mick Flanagan. That's close enough. The answer I was leadership battle increasingly tight. Here's a picture of Defence Secretary Liam Fox and the Prime Minister on a recent trip. But what does FSRC stand for?
Is it, in fact, the 4 words that describe the pair of them? Feckless, spineless, reckless, clueless.
No, it's not.
Is this Liam Fox's way of making Cameron forget the whole thing? Is it Fox slips Rohypnol into coffee?
Is it Fiver says the recession continues?
Is it outside the window, frankly, Stevenage requires camouflage?
Is it Fergal Sharkey and Richard Clayderman? I haven't got my glasses on, to be honest.
Is it a professional qualification? Are they both fellows of the Society of Right Cocks?
So we're just going for abuse now, are we?
Is it Frank Spencer and Roy Castle?
Not recognising them. Somebody tell them who they actually are, and we can save a lot of time.
OK, is it Frank Sinatra and Ray Charles?
If I give you a clue, it's not just 2 names of any random people that begin FS and RC.
Quite simply, is it Fox's sake resign? Come on.
Is it Frank Sidebottom and Rita Cooley?
It's not! 2 people.
Facebook status, relationships complicated.
OK. Please, I'll give you a clue. F stands for Fox.
Fox scandal rocks Conservatives.
Thank you very much, Hugh. Very good. Yes, the answer to the question was, by how much money is the forthcoming Rugby World Cup expected to boost the economy in the UK? The tournament, which is being hosted by England for the first time since 1991, begins on Friday and is expected to attract almost 500,000 overseas visitors. Is people getting excited?
Yes, there's only one sleep until the Rugby World Cup, and then 25 more sleeps. There's a snooze through it because it's so boring.
You sleep at 45, it goes on for a while, actually. You're excited, you...
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm
yeah.
excited, yeah, you know. There are very few games where before you go out on the pitch, you decide there's probably a need for you to gaffer tape your own ears to your head.
Is that what they have to do?
Yeah, they do. In case people bite them, in case people chew their ear. Yeah.
But and not like in a nice nibbly way, like, oh, you're playing really well.
It's a...
That's what we do at netball.
Yeah, it's the only sport with the opening ceremony is a doctor just explaining concussion.
That's one thing I do find fascinating is that how well behaved they are in rugby. It's like I'm used to football where like they argue all the time. Like rugby's like cricket in a sense that they just obey. Like in cricket, if you're giving out, you don't argue. It's like, why are you not arguing? The umpire's an old guy with a cardigan. You're a young athlete with a bat. You can make him change his mind.
Somebody sent me the Ireland jersey. The company who makes them sent me the Irish jersey in large, and it's ludicrous. It is like a child's t-shirt because they wear them out incredibly tight so that no one can grab them. There's nothing to hold on to anymore. So it's all changed. And I put it over my head with my hands to it, and then had to get somebody to roll it down my torso. And then
You look a bit like the thing at the end that they throw the ball across. Be like that, and then
Sarah,
they throw it
before you make jokes like that, you need to make sure you know posts as a word.
It's not netball. You don't throw the ball over the post. It'd be wonderful at the very end of the World Cup final. They just threw the ball over the post. Right? Yay! That's not how you score.
You're too confusing.
Okay, so kicking though. So you kick it through the post. And then the game's over.
And no.
This is such a happy day for me that somebody on the show knows less about sport than I do. I'm sitting here now, I feel like Eddie Waring.
Eddie Waring, who was rugby league. In the line-out, what happens is they throw the ball in, and actually it's a bit like cheating because two of them can lift up a player so as they jump higher to get it, right? But you think if there's 8 in the line-out, why don't they take the cheating further, get 3 of them to lift up 2 of them, to lift up 1 of them?
Makes no sense. And it's like Strictly or something. They're all standing there, and suddenly from nowhere, one of them just appears out of the water. Generally, they're actually reaching for the ball. They should do more.
Do they know?
They should play the music from Dirty Dancing when that happens.
That'd be fantastic. The time of my life.
So the person who gets lifted up, do they know it's going to happen, or is it surprise? You two suddenly lift me. Like, oh my God, I never knew. I'm the chosen one.
Sometimes they think it's the rapture. And they think, oh, take me now, Lord. Oh, no, Lord. And then they're immediately run over by 8 Frenchmen.
The next round is called This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. James, which category would you like?
Sport, please, Dara.
Fantastic. Sport it is. The answer is 20 minutes. What is the question?
How long does it take to steam French beans so they don't squeak when you bite into them?
What is a frankly disappointing distance for the TARDIS to travel back in time?
How long does it take Joey Essex to fill in the name and address section on any form?
How long does it take Oscar Pistorius to cross a cattle grid?
Is that a joke you wouldn't do on the last leg, is it? With famously one-legged host Adam Hill, is that? Were you bursting to get that joke out? I've been
sitting on that for weeks! On average, how long is it between Greek elections?
How often does David Cameron have to take swine flu medication?
Is it when a man says he's going to make love all night long, what does he really mean?
Oh, let it go! It was one time, Gary!
Is it true or false? People don't understand true or false questions.
rest of his life, what is the longest David Cameron will go without someone shouting, oink, oink?
Is it? How long had the pig been dead for before...
Is it how long was I watching the footy drunk for last Friday before I realised they were playing rugby?
OK, does anyone know this?
Yeah. It is, I think, how long was the opening ceremony to the Rugby World Cup?
Absolutely, thank you very much. You, yes. We start with a round called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Reece, which category would you like?
Home news, please, Dara.
Home news is the category. That's an interesting choice. Let's see what's happened this week. Your category is home news. The answer is 43 years. What is the question?
Is it for how long will the average Glastonbury goer keep their wristband on?
Is it how long will it take for Nigel Farage's erection to subside?
Is it, if Jeremy Corbyn asked the Shadow Cabinet for a high five, how long would they leave him hanging?
Is it how long will somebody have to wait if they're born today before they can move out of their parents' house?
Is it how long will you have to wait for your Uber if everyone gets deported?
Is it how long does Rob take to brush his teeth? Big teeth, isn't it?
Is it what's the age difference between Cher and parts of Cher?
Is it how many years has Jeremy Corbyn had his shirt?
Is it the average age of the Russian under-21 gymnastic team?
Does any of you know what the correct answer is?
On which wedding anniversary is it traditional to give them some time apart?
Well, actually, I think it's how long have we been in the EU?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Cheers.
The subject is media. Who wants to come in on that? Jack.
You hear the weirdest things on news reports. I was watching one a couple of months ago about the Californian forest fires. I genuinely heard a man say that apparently 300 mobile homes have been destroyed. Now, I don't know whether there are that many advantages to a mobile home, if any, but one of the main ones, the big selling point of the mobile home, is that you're not really tied down to an area, especially if the said area is on fire. I also saw the most ludicrous one ever, which was a guy on the news, a so-called expert, say that apparently obesity is now a bigger threat to this country than Al-Qaeda. It's definitely not. What would you rather have sat opposite you on the train on your way home? Some mental guy with a beard and like a 100-yard stare with a rucksack full of Semtex? Or just a jolly little fat kid with a rucksack full of Quavers? That's not me, like, belittling obesity, because actually my mum has quite a lot of issues with her weight. She uses those dieting pills, although I did have to point out to her the other day they don't work if you butter them.
The first subject is travel. Who wants to come in on that? Harry.
I do a lot of travel. I actually do a lot of flying. I had to fly over here because I live on an island. I flew with Icelandair, and I used to work for Icelandair as a flight attendant. It's actually quite common to only have, like, men serving the food and only women flying the planes. And this is the 21st century, after all. But a lot of the passengers are, like, elderly men from the 20th century. And it was so much fun to be on those flights with the trolley, because you get to see the elderly male passenger reaction to two men with food, which was usually like... Look, Gunnar, the captain himself is bringing coffee for us. hang on, who is flying the plane? And then a woman would do the announcement, politely, professionally, like, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Siri Reynarsdóttir, I'm your captain today. We'll be flying to London Heathrow in approximately 3... And these old men would be like, it's a woman, it's a woman, it's a woman, it's a woman. It was like a musical number starting, it's a woman, it's a woman, it's a woman. How could this happen? And they would, like, ask, like, excuse me, is it really a woman flying the plane? And it annoyed me so much that I always said, yes, and she's having her period. You have a problem with that, old man? And they would ask, like, is that allowed? Of course it's allowed. What's wrong with you? It's in fact, I trust a woman way better to fly a plane than a man. They seem to take it more seriously. I can understand everything they say during the announcement. I never understand the male pilots at Icelandair. They all sound the same. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain the first, but my experience a little bit of a delay because hope you enjoy the service. And when it's finally over, people are like, what? What did he say? Like, it must be awful if you're afraid of flying. But if you are afraid of flying, you should never fly with our other airline in Iceland, because it's called, Wow! That is not a very reassuring name for an airline. Wow, it's like they don't even know how they got up there in the first place. Wow! How did we do that? An airline called Wow, that's like having a bank that's called Fuck! Put your money here!
In other news, what could happen to drunk air passengers in the future?
They might sober up.
Yeah.
They're complaining drunks are getting on planes. They make you wait for 2 hours in a pub. That's just a brilliant pub that happens to have good transport links.
It is true, though, isn't it? It's the only time you see people sort of 3 o'clock in the morning in an airport pub just going, oh, I'll have a bacon sandwich and 4 pints of Stella. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? We're here. As soon as you take away windows, all responsibility goes, doesn't it? It can be any time I want it to be.
Totally agree. I saw a guy, this was out of order, 7 a.m, having a Wagamama's. What the hell are you doing?
You're right, you're right.
What is going wrong in your life? There's a guy drinking Guinness, looking across, going, he's got problems.
It's only a problem on planes, though, isn't it? It's not a problem in airports, is it? And it's only a problem on planes if you get so drunk that you go, right, you, outside, now.
But they always say that people get drunk and try to open the doors. Presumably you can't actually open those doors.
I don't think someone can just run around... The doors, obviously, they can't be open, otherwise we'd all still be on the last plane we got onto. You can't, but you can't in a kind of a, hello, you're a very pretty... who says, whoa! That big roundy bun doesn't go from... Whoa! Give me a call! James O'Reilly.
The Beijing Olympics costs are expected to exceed £20 billion, making the most expensive in history. The opening ceremony is watched by 91,000 spectators and dozens of world leaders in the Olympic Stadium.
Is there really a purpose to having an Olympic opening ceremony? It's not like I would have switched on the telly today and seen people jumping into sandpits and going, what the hell's this? Hollyoaks has changed. I didn't even like the opening ceremony, man.
How can you not have liked the opening ceremony?
People in tracksuits and explosions. I had a flashback to living in Glasgow.
Whenever we're giving ourselves a target of 42 medals, why don't we just say, oh, we're hoping to get 1 medal and not have the pressure on ourselves? If we get any more, it'll be a bit of a bonus.
I think that has something to do with the fact that we've spent 235 million quid and the feeling that that's a lot of money for, say, 1 bronze medal. Actually, bronze wholesale is relatively cheap. You can get more than 1 medal's worth for 235 million quid.
What's great about watching the Olympics is how quickly you become an expert in something that you know nothing about. Right? I genuinely found myself shouting at the shooting, just hit the targets in the early rounds. You can't win it in the qualifiers, but you can lose it. What did I mean by that?
It's like the beam. The beam's the one when you see the freaky little girls just doing all that kind of spinny stuff. When one of them falls off, you're like, oh, what are you doing? Just go easy. And then you know, if I had those abilities, they've got to flip, I would not be able to do it. I've been like Asda, just triple spinning like that, just to freak people out.
So you don't ask the question, how can they do that, but how can they stop?
Absolutely. But think about that. If you could flip 5 times, you would do that down the aisle of a supermarket, would you not?
I can and don't.
We start with a round call. If this is the answer, what is the question? On the board are 6 categories. Ed, which category would you like?
Sport, please.
OK, the category is sport, and the answer is 33. What is the question?
Is it how many pages in a Game of Thrones script are just the word tits in massive letters?
What is the emoticon for 2 women in a queue?
Is it the number of women I slept with in my 20s plus 32?
Is it how many children you have to qualify for a family ticket at Mormon Centre Parks?
Is it at what age did I finally accept that I would never play the Milky Bar Kid?
You really want to do that? Dream diet.
I've got 3 years to go.
Finally accepted.
Okay. How many cans of Fosters can you drink and still be below under the limit? How can...
That's the way you wouldn't want to say it if you'd actually been stopped by the police. And how much would you be able to drink? Well, how many Fosters can you have?
Under the limit, actually. I am below under the limit. Not above.
Is it after how many miles did one of the proclaimers ask if they were nearly there yet?
Surely they go, why are we both going? You're the only one who's going to shag her. Why am I joining you on this 500-mile journey?
You promised me she had a friend. Is that right?
Is it... if a minicab says it's 5 minutes away, how minutes...
Holy...
Don't talk bad about Uber.
Well, here, the minicab industry has long fingers, isn't it? You won't have that today.
Well, from now on, I'm taking a black cab. There is a little bit of glass. Look, it's a bit now.
Oh, really?
Sue! Injuries at work!
Oh, my God. Have you been injured? You probably did the voiceover for those ads. Why did you ask yourself?
I had 33 Fosters and then the light exploded!
Now, I'm going to check with you. What do you think? They're happy.
They're happy.
Oh, they're happy.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah.
Carry on. So easy for you to say. All right, OK. We're being shelled here.
Is it how many people are going to be sacked after that light explosion?
The question I was looking for was, what was Europe's winning score in the Ryder Cup? This is news that Europe's golfers retained the Ryder Cup after producing a stunning comeback in a tense and exciting final day in Chicago. After trailing the United States 10-6 after 2 days' play, they produced an outstanding performance to win by 14.5 points to the United States' 13.5 points. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, the course was all set up, of course, for the Americans. They had very long fairways for their big hitters, not too much rough, so as they play their iron shots, and very few female spectators to distract Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, of course, who lost the foursomes, which came as a surprise because he'd had so much practice.
I've I've never seen such a thrilling game of golf, and I didn't see this one either.
Do you love the American names, though? Because that's what I like most about it. Their captain was called Davis Love the Third. And I thought, that is a great name, but do I need to know that? That you love the third? I mean, I love the 18th, but don't go on about it.
I'd like Dara to say it, though.
What, Davis Love the Third?
Oh,
yeah, I know you wanted me to say.
Sport.
You wanted me to say deterred, and then we're dancing with a pig under my arm.
Yeah. That is exactly what I want.
By the way, the Americans were 10-6 up, which is, till then, historically unassailable, practically away from home. But they had a rousing speech on the night before.
Yeah. George Bush.
George
W. Bush.
George W. Bush.
On the Saturday night, when it looked like the fight was won, George W. Bush came along and said the fight was won, and then the next day the fight was lost. How unlike George W. Bush to say the fight has been won, and then it turns out it's not. The US team can count themselves lucky they're not still on the course in bunkers doing that with mortars flying over their heads.
Yeah, Bush walks out and goes, mission accomplished. Yeah. Cut to 2 years later, well, we hope to get our golfers out of the course some stage. We want to bring them back for Christmas. That's what we're hoping. Who needed a police car to take him to the first tee?
Rory McIlroy.
Wow, very good. Yes, you're absolutely right.
His excuse was that the coverage on the telly was timed as being an hour on Eastern time, when in fact he was in Illinois. So it was an hour. There was an hour difference. But the fact is, he was still watching the Ryder's Cup on the telly. He was still there, going, "Oh, what's on? Golf. I love golf. That's the new." Where are these people up to? A lot of people standing around looking at their watches. What's he
playing him today?
Rory, when this guy turns up, is he going to be... Wow.
Ding! Penny drop. Here's a picture of the European team celebrating their win. Can you sum this up with a phrase or a caption?
Yep. What a load of swingers.
This is what's happening in the 1970s right now.
I think they're twisting again. You know, like we did last summer.
Is this Marks and Spencer's launches its new looks like a dick range?
This year's lineup for Strictly looks a bit shit.
Is it Gangnam Style?
Gangnam Style. It's their version of Gangnam Style. It's in fact Gingham Style.
You think they look happy? You just see the bloke in the jacket shop. I sold them! I sold them!
Somewhere there's a branch of Garfunkels with no tablecloths.
He also said, didn't he, that in this interview that he'd lost a lot of weight over the last year.
He lost all that weight doing the 5-2 diet, which is where you eat for 5 days and then you starve yourself for 2 days. And he liked it so much, he put loads of families on it.
I like the idea of Tories wander around Manchester. So going, oh, so what, is it zone 70? I've been up here before. Chips and gravy, got any jus?
Have you ever seen Ian and Duncan Smith in the same room?
Have you, for the last one, thought they were a double act?
It's obviously some kind of benefit scam.
I'll just sign this for Duncan Smith as well.
It sounds like it's a nickname, doesn't it? Like Ian Duncan. How'd you get that then?
He loves a biscuit, doesn't he? Stashing them, mate. Obnobs. Covered in obnobs, is that Ian?
It sounds like Ian Duncan used to work as a plasterer or something. Oh, he used to walk down the sides. Oh, Duncan Smith. That's what he called Ian.
We lost that contract, no amount of biscuits he ate.
Yeah, leave it at Duncan. I really can't do an English accent, I apologise.
Was that an English accent?
Yeah, it was.
Leave it at Duncan.
Yes.
Oh, don't go and do that to me. No, not now, not with the biscuits.
Oh, Duncan.
Get out there, apples and pears, man.
I'll be getting all this for my trouble and straw.
They put UKIP all in a line.
I can show you what UKIP all in a line. UKIP. If you put up a banner, like, for example, after you've just been lost a by-election, it doesn't read as UKIP. It very clearly reads as Pookie. I'm voting Pookie. What does Pookie mean in Malaysian?
It's a word for a female set of genitalia.
It's vagina! Pookie is a Malay, one of the many Malay words for vagina. You know what the other Malay word for vagina is?
Is it vagina?
No.
Is it BNP?
Yeah, it's not.
It's Farage, isn't it?
Farage, spelled F-A-R-A-J. Farage also means vagina. The Malays have so many wonderful words for vagina, and all of them are nicer than the word vagina.
Maybe that's why he wants independence from all other countries, because Farage means fanny in all those countries. So I'm sick of it.
It doesn't affect your political career. There is genuinely a member of the House of Lords called Lady Garden.
How did Farage upstage the new leader? What did he do?
Oh, did he go swimming naked?
He did go, yes.
Or pants on, skinny dipping, they've called it.
It's a very odd celebration, though, isn't it? To celebrate leaving Europe by stripping off and swimming towards it.
Yeah.
I think... Serious suggestion here.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, by the way. I realise I haven't said hello to you today.
Hello, James. Good to see you.
Hello, good to see you all. My main point...
I would like to compliment you on managing to find a jumper. This is the exact same colour as your hair.
Thank you.
It's very good.
And my shirt.
And your shirt.
I'm working on my skin. I'm hoping this soon I can just be completely in mustard and then hide in Coleman's.
To seem, you know, churlish, but can we return to the topic at hand?
Absolutely.
Can you remember what the topic was?
It is illegal to be naked in public.
Oh,
so he
is
did.
it?
Yeah, I mean, you can't take all your clothes off. Yeah, and so.
It is, yeah. Of course it is.
I think people are really.
Why did I for a second doubt that? I apologise.
Like, is it?
That's an interesting window on my views. What's wrong with you people? Just be relaxed. God's sake. They're just bodies.
He really hasn't retired, has he? So he's been to America, hasn't he? And he's worked with Donald Trump, hasn't he?
He has. He's appeared with
Donald Trump. And in America, he's known as Mr. Brexit.
Well,
which
Trump
sounds like a sort of 1970s men's clothes shop to me. Where do you get your shirt? Mr. Brexit.
And in Malaysia, Mr. Brexit means vagina. Did you know that?
What new challenge is Theresa May facing?
Oh, there's a group. A group has been set up.
Yes.
I believe they're called Leave Means Leave.
Yes, they are.
And they're saying, we want Brexit now, hard Brexit.
This whole thing feels like a really horrible game of would you rather, but they're both things you don't want. Like, would you rather have massive hands but they're not attached to your body, or tiny hands but they're strangling you? Wait, one of them means you're racist.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
It must be so hard for it. It must be so stressful, so confusing. Because I tried to switch from BT Sports to Sky Sports, and I ended up crying and just having both.
I think I might have an idea in terms of solving, basically, because half of the country want to leave and half of the country or slightly more want to stay. Why don't we do a Robbie, like, where we leave, but we come back for big concerts?
Yes.
So, like, everyone's OK about it, the fans are happy when he does turn up, what a great surprise. But actually, most of the time, he's not in the band.
So, sort of unexpectedly. Yes. So they have, like, the European things where there's 27 of them around and they're all just swaying gently. Yeah. And then it's like,
I would rather have big hands but they're not attached to my body.
Fair enough. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Good. The subject is junk food. Russell.
Hello. Am I allowed to take this out? Or do I have to...
Go for it.
Slick. There was an amazing thing the other day. Apparently 15% of 2 to 11-year-olds in England are now obese, and the government's going to ban telly adverts of junk food till 9 o'clock so the kids can't watch. And you find yourself screaming at the telly, if your 2-year-old's obese, that isn't telly's fault, that's your fault. How can you possibly ban the adverts? Ban your fanny until you can look after what plops out of it. Like, horrible. There's ways and means. My dad invented something, right, to make us eat our dinner. My sister would never eat it. She was like, no, it looks disgusting, Dad. No way to eat it, right? My dad invented something called the dinner witch. So, my sister was like, it looks disgusting. My dad would wink at me. I'd pop outside, ding-dong on the doorbell. My dad would then look into my sister's 8-year-old face and go, oh, Kerry, who could that be? During dinner time, with your plate still so full. And I suppose it could be the dinner witch. At which point, my sister would like, slick.
Protest marches. Who's up first? Any come in protest?
Yeah.
Russell.
OK. The only protest march I went on the Countryside Alliance March. I'm not pro or anti-fox hunting. I just quite like watching posh people get beaten up. I know it's wrong, but if you can find me a more glorious noise than then I'll happily listen. Come on, it's going to be fun, isn't it? And it's just so much fun baiting right-wing people. What do you think about fox hunting? I'll tell you what I think. If we didn't chase the fox, the entire bloody country would be overpopulated by foxes. Is that what you want, some hideous land of the foxes? Me, unable to leave my house if you're a fox, wandering up to me, stabbing me in the gizzards? Is that what you desire? Looking across my lawn to see fox upon fox, prowling along my paddock, flicking the V's at me, walking hand in hand with asylum seekers? Is that what you want?
OK, the topic is air travel. Who wants to come in on that?
I'll do that.
Russell.
My favourite story about air travel, there was a bloke a little while ago who got put in prison for 3 days because he refused to stop kissing his boyfriend on a plane flight to South Africa. How magic's that? You can't help but picture him dressed entirely in latex, you know, surrounded by a sea of Burberry on an EasyJet flight. All right, lads, I'm going to make this tense for you. Ramon, let's do the bad thing. Do you want to stop doing that? I'm trying to read Nuts magazine. Whatever. Stop doing that. It's not natural. You're flying.
The subject is leisure. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
I don't quite know how that signifies leisure. How has that old man got her? That's a joke. Anyways, we've got more disposable income now than ever, right? And this is quite an odd story, but my mum recently bought a hot tub. Now, I don't know if anyone else... It's quite exciting when your mum gets hot. She put it at the bottom of the garden, you get quite giddy, and then you're in it, and then you realise you're actually just outside having a bath with your mum. And it's a very... You've got no recollection of how to behave, right? And I've got a slightly lazy eye, so my mum's like, are you looking at my thighs? No! It gets freakier. My dad jumped in, my brother jumped in, my sister jumped in, and 2 of our family dogs leapt into the pool, right? So we're all on the edge, like really British, terrified, we're all naked. Dogs are just going around like that. Having the time of their life, right? And my mum just chose this moment to embarrass us, just looked up and went, hey, guess what? She wasn't doing a dog impression, that would be weird. Right? She went, guess what everyone in this hot tub's got in common? I don't know, Mum, what? That's a dog hitting me, right? My mum looked up and went, everybody in this hot tub has sucked my tits.
OK, the first subject is street protesters. Can I have a volunteer talk about that?
I'll do that, Dara. Nation. So, I love street protesters, they're fantastic. The best I saw, there's a lovely old lady who, since the war in Iraq started, she stands outside the Bristol Hippodrome with a big sign that says, toot if you're anti-war. And if you drive past her and go, ha, she does this. Now, I'm not sure, I've made her leap many times. I don't know if I'm anti-war or really pro-pensioner leaping. You know, when you kind of go, why am I doing this? Ha, stop it! Nah, do it! They're everywhere, they're brilliant. There's a bloke that I saw the other day, you know, one of those religious godbotherers, it's fantastic, just with a loud hailer, just pointing at people running, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. Everyone was freaked out, 2 goths delighted, that's a separate issue, but... He pointed at me and I was freaked out, and then he did something wonderful. He pointed at this really strutting black guy. I don't know why the fact that he's black made it cooler, but it really did, right? Pointed at it, went, you're going to hell. Without missing a beat, this bloke just went, no, mate, HMV. And he just sat there going, oh.
Well done, Russell Howard. The next topic is the body beautiful. Who wants to come in on that?
We come in all shapes and sizes, don't we? Like, good example, my mum has recently joined an under 5 foot club, you know. I'm not lying, you haven't seen a prettier sight until you've seen a load of tiny ladies sat around a table, their feet barely touching the floor. Sat there, because they're all under 5 foot, convinced they've got the same things in common. They haven't, right? The only thing they've got in common, when you hoover near them, they don't have to lift their legs. That's pretty much it, right? And there's a really amazing old lady there called Sue, who's about 80, and she's got a prosthetic hand. Now, we got chatting, right, and when she first went to school, the state of prosthetics was so poor, she actually went to school with a full-size man hand. As if your first day at school isn't terrifying enough. We're going to get bullied. There's your hand. You'll grow into... What do you mean I'll grow into it? I'm a little girl, I'm not Gordon Banks. What's that? There's a Russell Howard.
Men's health is the next top, as represented by the knee. The window on the man's soul, the knee.
Well, we've all been there, let's be honest. Jesus. And it's got quite a nice pant ferret there, which is a bit of hair. Never mind. Hey, we all call it our pan ferret, don't we, children? Of men's health, basically, it's quite an embarrassing story. Because it's terrifying when you go to the doctors and you're so scared. I turn into a 6-year-old boy. I'm totally unable to explain what's wrong with me. I'm like, doctors like that, what's wrong with you? Who did this to you? Dragons. And you're sat there, terrified. 3 times in my life, I've been convinced I've got testicular cancer. Every single time, it's been an ingrowing hair. It's, yeah, funny. It's getting to the stage. I need something terminal just to stop me looking like a massive pervert. You know, there's no way of getting comfy when you're having your balls checked, because the doctor's like, obviously my balls aren't that big. If you sat there and go, well, you do appear to have a problem, Mr. Howard. You appear to have camel's gonads. But you don't know where to put your hands, you know? You can't sort of do that or anything. I toyed with the idea of doing that, but... I wish I'd been courageous enough just to go... But I didn't. I sat there like a timid T-Rex as my penis gently shrunk. And it's horrible, because the only good thing about going to the doctors is the ladies' magazines. You know, it's always the same. I found love in Faliraki. The most orange woman you've ever seen. Like Morph in a frock, clinging on to some terrified waiter. He gives me love 24/7. Cut your own fish fingers, Darren. He's a keeper. You're literally flicking through. When you get to the middle, that's when it gets properly ridiculous. There's always some woman staring at that. There's a ghost in my womb. I was walking downstairs. It flew out me vulva. It were Henry VIII. That's the only good thing about going to the doctors. Thank you very much, Rocco.
The subject is national identity. Who wants to come forward? Russell.
Thank you. We're told to worry about national identity all the time. Like, Gordon Brown seems to be obsessed with British values. Have you noticed that? Kind of preaching British values. What are British values? Ultimately, we're all embarrassed and we laugh at stuff we shouldn't. That's pretty much it, isn't it? It's that forbidden giggle. You know when you're not allowed to laugh, but all you can think about doing is laughing. It's like when you see an old lady get hit by a frisbee. You know it's wrong. You know? The last time I saw that flag, it was a football game. England were playing Croatia, right? In Croatia, there was a bloke holding up the flag, right? Into which he'd sung the words, "Go home, asylum seekers!" And you're like, how middle-class a hooligan are you? You're into bigotry and embroidery.
Good man, well done, Russell. The first topic is transport. Russell's straight in.
Hello. I had a car crash the other day. It was horrific. I hit this lady. She was in a car. She wasn't dressed as a bollard. It was so bad because I hit her, and then I sort of walked out to say sorry. And how unlucky is this? She was staring at me with real fear. For some reason that morning, I decided to wear a Grand Theft Auto T-shirt. Now, there's no way you can make that worse unless you've got a beer in one hand and go, not again. I've really got to buy a steering wheel.
The subject is the media. Who wants to come into that? Russell.
I'll do that. I'd see, you know, The way I like getting the news is Radio 5 Live. It's fantastic, 'cause it's just news and nutters, isn't it? They'll read out, like, that was the Pope's view on abortion, and then, hello, Felicity Puddleduck here, livid and ill-informed. I'd just like to say those harlots should give birth to their children aged 2 that charged you to national service. I'm off to bake a cake. And sat there listening, and then the next night, David, are you out of your mind? Cloning? Think it through. 2 versions of me. Want to go out and commit a crime? Who gets blamed for it? Me! I'm doing a 20 string. He's banging my wife. Where's the justice? And you sat there listening to these nutters, and then the most ridiculous story. A man in Bristol's found the face of Jesus on a crisp. And suddenly, I couldn't believe it. I opened up my frazzles. There he was!
Russell Howard. The subject is charity. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
It's, cheer if anyone's ever given clothes to Oxfam. Fair enough. You whooped then. Woo, do we win a prize? No. It's a really odd feeling because you feel quite proud of yourself. Just where am I going? I'm off to save Africa. That's right. And you wander in, you just plop down your clothes. Always some lovely lady, bung it anywhere. And there's a tiny part of you that gets really annoyed. You almost want to go, right! Well, we'll do that again, shall we? And this time you're going to act like you give a shit. It sounds bad, but there's a tiny part of you that wants her to go, Sire, he brings goods. The chosen one has arrived. As you fling pants at orphans. Yippee, hurrah, will you ever be back in time, you needy tinkers, banana grass?
Russell Howard. The first subject is homelessness. Who wants to come in on that? Russ.
I had a really great incident with the homeless bloke the other day. That sounds fairly dodgy. It was really, it's weirdly uplifting. So I gave him £1 and I was kind of walking away and he went, "Oh, mate, I've got a magic dog." Now that is a sentence that buys you half an hour with me, right? And it had sick all down him, this dog, right? And the homeless bloke had sick down him as well. And I was like, "What happened?" And he went, "Oh, we was asleep in a skip and some bloke chucked up on us." It's the most depressing thing you've ever heard. And he just looked at me and went, "No, it was amazing." Like, really? Why is that? And apparently what he did, still covered in sick, he stood up in that skip and just went, "Ah!" So this bloke was so drunk he thought his vomit had come alive. That man will never, ever drink again. Beer, Dave, it comes alive! It comes alive! A lovely moment.
The subject is the West Country.
I'll say this.
Who? Russell.
How can you not love the West Country? I've genuinely seen graffiti in Bristol during the last Tory campaign. Do you remember, are you thinking what we're thinking? Somebody had written underneath it, "Is it, do I like what's-its?" It's phenomenal. It's wonderful, isn't it? I used to live there. I've moved away from Bristol because I was near a dogging site, which is just a bit odd, right? And, all right, I wasn't into it. I was just near a dogging site, right? And I was talking to my friend. I was like, "Jane, why do they do dogging near the house, right?" And she looked and went, "Apparently, you got really great views of the Clifton Suspension Bridge." And you're like, "Well, you've got faith in humanity, haven't you? Just the idea that some... I tell you what, it's only when you're doing the nasty in a Cortina that you can truly appreciate the work of Isambard King of Brunei. That, my friend, is craftsmanship. Shall we? Wonderful.
Thank you very much, Russell. The next topic is the media. Who wants to come in? Russell.
I'll do that. I think the papers are making this country a worse place to live. Don't you feel like that? Just the unremitting horror of the Daily Express. They must well just get rid of news and just have every day, "Don't go outside! It's full of queers, blacks and crime! Oh, if only Diana was here!" And just sort of sat there going, come on. But they're all the same, you know? They're all the same. The Daily Mail every day, "Asbo's Muslim speak, camera, Asbo's Muslim speak." The Sun, "Are you a pedo? Are you a pedo? Have a bang on her tit, 16 today. Are you a pedo?" You know? The Independent, you try and read it, it's like it's grabbed you by the throat. "Are you recycling? Are you? You just killed a polar bear! You!" All the while, the Guardian's in the corner fanning itself with a wall chart. You silly little things. Tell 'em, Telegraph. Cricket! Cricket! Too much.
British society.
Thanks. There's a lot of idiots about, aren't there? I was in a sauna the other day with some men, which, you know, let's forget about that part of the story, but there was this bloke who was just sat there going, I tell you what, this country's got to the dogs. 5 years' time, guarantee it, this country, Sharia law. Everywhere you look, Sharia law. And his mate went, yeah, but the thing is, right, under that law, you can have 4 wives. And this bloke suddenly went, really? And you're like, make your mind up, mate. You Sid James or Enoch Powell. They're everywhere. Titties, ha-ha. He went mental. 4 wives, imagine the fun I'd have. 1 for every day of the week. It's wonderful when you see bigotry slapped, isn't it? I was on a train the other day. There was a bloke sat here, let's call him a dick, who was sat opposite a man of foreign persuasion, just go, why don't you go home, mate? Why don't you go home? And this hero looked back at this bloke and went, I am. That's why I'm on the train.
Next topic is drugs. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
Good laugh, mate. I get off for drugs loads. I was at Glastonbury this year, right? And this bloke came up to me, he was like, all right, mate, do you want some shrooms? And you're quite tempted, because everyone was like, it was amazing, man. Had a chat with the tree. Good guy. He was called Nathan. You'd love him. We're going to play racquetball Thursday week. What a chap. But you know, if you took mushrooms, you'd be the one who would have the story that would end up on the front page of the papers. Do you know what I mean? I killed a lollipop lady. She wouldn't let me lick it and I killed her. So in the end, right, it was really embarrassing. I had 3 packs of Starburst just shoving in front of my tummy, like, nom, 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 nom. I was like, my guts totally gave way, and this lovely old lady came up to me and was like, are you all right? Now, you've never known being truly pathetic until you've looked into the eyes of a kind stranger and gone, I've eaten too many sweets.
And the topic is relationships. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
Britain, I have sexual advice for you. That's right. When I was 18, I used food in the bedroom. Now, don't ever do it. It didn't go well, right? I used Rolo yogurt. And rather than tell... Yeah, exactly, right? Rather than tell my then-girlfriend what I had planned, I pretty much waited for her like some hideous yogurt goblin, right? Now, I doubt there's anything more terrifying than coming home to find me naked, holding yogurt, going, yeah, right? And I panicked, and rather than putting a little bit on, I pretty much basted her, right? By the time I'd finished, she looked a bit like Morph. You're sat there. I created an angry meal. You don't know where to start licking. You don't want to lick randomly, then she looks like she's got an illness. So, I did foot up to knee. That took me an hour. And hours, I was just... She looked like an angry gingerbread lady who'd had her leg dipped in Tipp-Ex, right? It didn't end there. I was like, I can't help you. The door opened, one of my dogs ran in and started licking the other leg. Never use food in the bedroom.
Thank you very much, Russell Howard. OK, the topic is human behaviour.
Some things you can't help doing. Do you find this? Like, if you get a cold can of Diet Coke, it's not enough for you to go, that is freezing. You have to find somebody you love and put it on their face. You can't... You don't do that with any other food. This soup's boiling in your eyes, but for some reason you become a fizzy torch. All right, Mum, Fanta to the knee! We're all fairly peculiar. Sometimes you think weird thoughts. I was in Tesco the other day. I was offered a bag for life, and I found myself going, I can't commit to that. You know? I don't know what bags are going to be like in the future. I feel like a tool if I got a plastic one in 2024. People go, I've got a new bag. It packs itself and speaks Spanish. Piece of shit. What can you do? I can suffocate a child. That's all you're good for. He can speak Spanish. I can hurt your hands on long journeys.
Topic is families.
Well, families are quite peculiar. Mine are wonderful. I went to Brighton the other day, and my uncle was like, watch out, it's full of gays, and they'll get you. They'll get me. They're gays, they're not ninjas. Not gonna... I'm so glad that I was raised by lunatics. I remember one of the weirdest stories I had happen to me when I was little. I was 8 years old. I was in Lanzarote. I just put some rubbish in a bin. I came around a corner and I was confronted by 2 werewolves, right? Turned out it wasn't werewolves, it was my mum and dad. Ah, ha, ha, isn't it hilarious? Not really, I've shat myself, right? But I've only recently found out they did not buy the wolf masks in Lanzarote. They bought them in England, which is beautiful and chilling at the same time. Look what I've got, David. Couple of wolf masks. You know, you don't like wolves, don't you? Captain Shitterbrick next door. Well, let's put him on now, scare him. Can I hold you just there, David? Can I wait until we're in a foreign country, get him really out of his comfort zone, and then properly shit him out? Families.
Well done, Russell. The next topic is education. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
I remember school being fun. I think my favourite moment ever in life, pretty much. There was a girl in our school called Lydia. She was trying to make her calculator work. She was repeatedly knocking it against a desk. And after about an hour, our teacher went, Lydia! How would you like it if I banged you against the desk? It's the greatest day of school. But now it's more sinister, isn't it? Like, they're now talking about teaching 5-year-olds sex education. Of course, people are very angry. It's disgusting! It's too much! Like, calm down. Not going to teach them technique. Rocket, this is how I like to do it, kids. That's right. Kids aren't going to run home, put dolls around a toy car and go, look, Mum, they're dogging, they're dogging. It's going to be some poor teacher trying to talk to 5-year-olds about love. Can you imagine a harder job? Hello, children. I'm here to teach you about love. Good luck with that, mate. I'm off to lick that tree.
Thank you very much, Russell. The subject, Russell, is etiquette.
It's like ladies with pointy breasts carrying books in a weird way. I'm really socially awkward. I met Jonathan Ross the other day, got really excited. I was having a wee backstage at a gig, and he went, you're thingamajig, aren't you? And for some reason I went, I can be whoever you want me to be. Now, in a toilet, that is just a come on, you know? And with women, it's even worse. I was on a train the other day, and this lady went, excuse me, can you look after my bags whilst I go to the toilet? Now, in that situation, all you've got to do is go, yes. But for some reason, I panicked and went, you're not allowed to go, and it's in the station. So she sits down, going, fair enough, didn't realise you were the poo goblin. Horrible moment. The train wouldn't move. Eventually it did. I swear she looked at me and went, can I go now?
Thank you very much, Russell. The next topic is men's health. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
I went to the doctors recently with anal issues. I thought I had cancer, not I can't put my CDs in order. But the terrifying moments, right? So scary, because in your head, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And I went there and I took down my trousers. Obviously, we had a chat first, and it just... I'm not very well. You can see that, mate. This is a chip shop. You've never done it slower in your life. I was just peeling them down. I got them down to about there. Just heard his booming voice go, in the other room. You have a decision to make there. Do you pull them up or do you waddle with pride, right? You waddle, that's what you do. When you waddle, you can't help but giggle. The last thing you need is to be giggling is before a man's going to pop his finger in your Richard, because now you're a wiggling target, right? I'll be honest, when the finger goes in, you're not laughing anymore! You're like a red arrow! And that's the moment they chat. How you doing? Fine. Can you draw the curtains? We've gathered quite a crowd. Look at that, it's Atrium Steps and he's getting violated. I'm Russell!
The next topic is the royal family.
Prince Harry's pretty spectacular, isn't he? He's wonderful. The Sun really can't make their mind up, because one minute the Sun, he's a war hero, next minute, racist. Make your mind up. We don't want him killing foreigners, but don't call them names. That appears to be the way they operate, you know? But there's something wonderful about Prince Harry. He must have a weekly show called These Are the Things I've Done. And we'd watch it, wouldn't we? Yeah, a couple of years ago, man, I shaved my pubes, put it on a swan, big wow. Next week, I'm going to light my farts and fondle a gibbon. Come on over! We love him because he's ferociously stupid. Think about it. He had 100 grand spent on his education, the finest education money could buy. He went to Eton, he got 2 A-levels. One's an E in geography, one's a B in art. Can you imagine that? Your dad has spent 100 grand on your education? I've done a drawing and I sort of know what a hill is. You know that?
Next subject is rage.
No wonder that man's cross. He's stuck in a shuttlecock. Everyone's angry, though. I know the kids did really well in their A-levels. How do we respond? A-levels are getting easier. In my day, you had to do 50 questions in a minute. You got one wrong, they killed your dad. You know? All you hear is, this country's gone to the dogs. I'm fed up with this country. It's the worst country in the world. It's enough to drive you mad. Yeah, I bet there's some bloke in some war-torn African village as we speak, just weeping. Why are you crying, mate? Is it because you've got no food, no money, no home? It is none of those things. Some people in England only have their willy bins collected once a fortnight. Is there no God?
The next topic is the consumer society. Russ.
It's all a bit much, isn't it? I went into a shop the other day that said, why not try a guilt-free wrap? You're like, don't make sandwiches evil. Sandwiches are lovely. The bacon sandwich, one of the loveliest things in the world. What is a bacon sandwich? Essentially, it's bread giving a dead pig a cuddle. It's a lovely thing. I love you, Mr. Pig. Why do the Jews hate me? It's lovely. I was really down about it, and then I saw this wonderful thing that I think could only happen in the West Country. The bloke behind the counter in this shop yawned. The bloke in front of him, who did not know him, popped his finger in his mouth and went, ooh, yawn rape, and I nearly died. I had never seen a yawn rape, and now you've learned about it, you can't not do it. You'll be on a bus, you'll see an yawn rape, you can't help it. Did the bloke behind the counter headbutt him? No, he didn't. The bloke behind the counter giggled and went, it's a good job I didn't fart, wasn't it? And you're sat there going, well, the world is a better place.
Thank you very much, Russell. That's fitness.
Could have been camel toes. Now, I was in the gym the other day. I was in a locker room, and a 5-year-old boy ran in and jumped into a locker. Now, sometimes you know you're just going to have an incident, right? You could hear him in there giggling, and you knew what he was going to do. He was going to jump out and scare his mates, because his mates appeared seconds later, like, where's Stephen gone? Where's Stephen? He was near a minute ago. This is most irregular. And he waited, not for his mates, but for 3 huge naked men. It was fantastic. They were kind of walking past, and this little kid leapt at those men like a cat with rabies. It was incredible, right? Just from nowhere, the noise they made, I've never heard a noise like it. They sounded like a tugboat getting molested. It was like, His long-suffering dad is in the showers, obviously heard this and went, that'll be my bloody boy! Ran back, confronted this glowing hellbeast and went, Stephen, what have I told you about acting up in public? And this little kid cut his dad down with one very simple sentence. Dad, your willy's moving? You're just there going, oh, the world is a better place.
The subject is young people.
Funky young people. You know, it's depressing being hit. I saw this the other day, it nearly killed me. It's a kid who was about 8 years old in a cafe with his mum. He went, here, Mum, doesn't matter how many of these you eat. He was eating a fun-sized Mars bar. Doesn't matter how many of these you eat, it never leads to fun. How depressing is that? It's not a happy meal. Life is suffering, Russell. Life is suffering. Shouldn't be like that when you're 8. When you're 8, you should be excited about the world. Can you remember the first time you saw a rainbow? Can you remember the giddy delirium in your mind? You're like, Dad, there's colours in the sky. I like the sky. I like colours. The two are combined. My mind is literally blown. I need answers, big man. I need answers. Well, that sun is called a rainbow. Oh, my God, it has a name. It has a name. This day can get no better. There's a pot of gold at the end of it. And it's guarded by a tiny leprechaun. Pull over, Dad. Pull over right now. Has anyone ever chased a rainbow? I did. You never forget it. I bet you didn't do this. Me and my little brother took a knife just in case the leprechaun acted up, right?
Thank you very much, Russell. What weird modern-day inventions have been in the news this week?
There's a bracelet they've invented that shocks you if you don't go to the gym when you said you were going to go to the gym.
Yes, it's called it's a wristband, with a Pavlov wristband, and it gives you a motivational zap if you haven't. It tells you GPS-wise. It senses that you're in the gym or wherever you said you're going to be, or at the meeting you're supposed to be at, and it gives you an electric shock if you've not.
I don't think motivational and zap go together, really, do they?
It's basically a watch for masochists, isn't it? You know, it's like, oh, I've been a bad boy. Oh, I don't think I've quite been bad enough. Turn it up a bit more. Oh, I wonder if I put this on my penis, how this is going to work.
You wouldn't need to...
Just make sure you're not down to 2%, you'll be all right.
You're saying if you go to the wrong website, it'll give you a little shock so you don't go on the website.
Yes, it
but
does
surely
do
if you
that.
go on a website that you shouldn't really be on, you just delete history, don't you? I mean, the tricky bit is not deleting history. The tricky bit is then going on all the innocuous websites afterwards so as it doesn't look like you've deleted history. That's the tricky bit, isn't it?
History seems to be very empty in this computer, because
Yeah,
I saw you on it all evening yesterday.
Yeah, I never touched the delete
I've never
history.
asked, like, whatever, yeah. Yes. Private browsing, Andy, private browsing. My favourite member of the Army Corps, private browsing. Good afternoon, private browsing. Are you on duty again? I certainly am, I shall be protecting you from any inappropriate sites. Private browsing, reporting for duty. Pants down, private browsing in here.
I should protect your browsing while you shop for gifts for your wife. Because that is apparently what private browsing was invented for.
I love that. Oh, I mean, I've got private browsing on because I'm shopping for some gifts for my wife. Oh, really? You seem to be buying her pornography. Are you sure this is the gift she particularly wants? Private browsing. Reporting for
She
duty.
told me that her favourite film as a child was Double Fist and Fist.
Private browsing isn't happy with it. Private browsing has never had to work under these conditions before. He's mainly used for shopping for gifts.
Private browsing is retraining as an electrician.
Why did you leave the army? Oh, the things I saw. I saw some things. I saw some things.
You weren't
in the
there,
army.
man.
You weren't there. You weren't there. You didn't see what I saw. The first casualty of war, my friend. When you're private browsing, the first casualty of war is innocence. Private browsing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know anything like Benny Hill. Private browsing. At your service. Madam.
Benny Hill would do...
No, it'd be like, you know, what's it, the paper clip that would appear. It seems legit.
You look like you're buying some pornography.
Small animated soldier came out and said, do you want to look at the porn? Private browser can help you with that. I'm amusing myself here. It's the last record of a long summer, you know. Literally, I've got to enjoy this because in 3 days' time I'll be going, over the next 12 weeks, 20 candidates will be putting themselves in sugar.
Private browsing's going to get some visitors.
He's going to get some fucking hammering.
I think your penis is going to get some corporal punishment.
There'll be some major damage and general recklessness. What do you, Trent and Colonel Abrams?
That was it.
Sorry, we'll bring it back.
Lost it.
Stop. Colonel Abrams is great, though. None of you remember... Do any of you even remember Colonel Abrams? Anyway, he sang a song called Trapped. It was really good.
I can't get out. I'm trapped like a fool. I'm in a cage.
I'm like a man in a cage. I'm so in love with you, love with you, love with you. Sorry, did I going to carry on with the show? Sorry. Yeah, or whatever.
You boys have got a shared past we can only imagine about.
OK, here we go. Let's have a look at the first topic. And the first subject is relationships. Ellie.
So I've got quite a close relationship with my sister, and she's got my little nephew, Henry, who is a prick. No, he is. Don't take his side. You haven't met him. Because before he came along, I was the youngest in the family. I was the baby of the family, which we all know is the socially acceptable way for saying favourite. A role I I was born to play until my sister, Slaggy McSlaggerson, got herself knocked up by some dude she had barely been married to for 6 years. Suddenly, it was all about her and the baby within. Now, initially, naively, I did actually get quite excited about the pregnancy, because I think, especially from, like, a female point of view, you wouldn't be human if you didn't get excited about your sister putting on a lot of weight. Had a lot of fun with that. We did. I changed her ringtone to the sound of a large lorry reversing. Just sisterly banter, really. But the banter stopped when the baby came, because suddenly it was all about him. No one paid me any attention anymore. Like, I don't know if you've ever had, like, sort of a family dinner with a small child around. It's a nightmare. There's food being thrown, there's shit everywhere, there's tits hanging out. You name it, I tried it, still nothing. Thank you.
Very good. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been given us. Spin the wheel. And the topic is entertainment.
I'm reading a book at the moment. It's called The Anticlimax. The first part is good. I see Rihanna had to cancel a concert because she got salmonella. Ella. I also see that down by the Thames they're making another wheel, this time dedicated to Mary Poppins, called the London Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-I. My grandmother, she got her scarf caught in one of those Ferris wheels, but she did regain consciousness. After all, what goes around... I was in a nativity play once. I was the man who scares the children because he comes into the hall on the wrong day to play badminton. Lionel Richie says hello, by the way. The other day, I saw a sheep pole dancing in a kebab shop.
Thank you very, very much. OK. Getting that round the point. Let's go back. On the board are 6 categories. Rob, which category would you like?
Politics. I love a bit of that.
Your category is politics. The answer is 13. What is the question?
Is it the number of people on X Factor's first episode with dead relatives?
If Wayne Rooney went to Real Madrid instead of Gareth Bale, how many months would it have taken him to manage the Spanish for hello?
Oh, is it? I know what it is. Is it when Louis Walsh goes over to One Direction's house to play ping pong, how many little white balls are in the room? That's what it is.
Spot on, mathematically, yeah.
OK, is it on which day of Christmas do Wonga.com come and repossess everything?
Is it the number of BBC programmes currently hosted by Dara O'Brien?
Is it? How many times did I have to watch that Miley Cyrus video before I could really consider myself to be well informed on the subject?
Is it, in fact, how many times a day does Oscar Pistorius think, well, I suppose I could just have knocked?
Is it the number of feet required by the restraining order that I have on Brian Blessed?
Stuart, I know you want some!
Is it the number of soldiers France will actually send to Syria?
Is it the
politics there, mate?
Yeah.
At what age do you realise that One Direction might be shit?
Do we have a correct answer?
What is the atomic number for unluckium?
Very good. I'm glad you said it slipped out under the door. That was nice, yeah.